I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a conspiracy realist. With more facts, less opinions. Humorous, unspoken. I present my devotion. Overly dedicated. I ride my own wave. This path I ride, no one gave. Since 2012, this has been my lane. My life has been amazing. From gunshots to having a baby. Memphis is the city that made me. Being intimidated growing up never fazed me. I got friends and relatives laying in the grave. Product of the hood, but the good guy I prayed to be. Never learned to love until love found me. What you know about growing up as a kid? Watering with cereal, syrup and sugar sandwiches, and peanut butter that tears your bread, or government cheese, or every Friday night you ate lunch meat. See, I know about that life. I know about running home, not from being bullied, but making sure the bully didn't bully me and end my life. Crossfire kids die every other day where I'm from. See, I earned these stripes and learned what's right. And knowledge does reign supreme is what KRS taught me. And I studied the 120 lessons in the biblical text. And what do you know about Ramadan, fasting, even dates for a special date? See, I have so much more to say. And that's why I built this land, to give you all this perpendicular perspective of prosperity. And through the proper conversation, we should come to a compromisation. The dialogue amongst my people is lost, and that's what I present. So let's talk. I'm honest, undeniably great with the gift of intelligence, everlasting professionally accounting currency, and numerous options. That means
Let go. Let go. Yeah. You must got Nike on your lip the way you run your mouth. My nigga Juicy J is living what you rap about. I like it in the trunk of my Maybach Benz. Make you disappear faster than you can tuck your head. All these niggas mad. All these hoes moist. Now I'm getting my dick sucked in my Rolls Royce. Take a full ride, I'm on my high horse. Dead man phantom, suicide door. Rich nigga shit, I don't give a rapper. I make my first million when you was still in pepper. Riding through my whole hood like what's up? In my Juicy J voice. Shut up. These niggas just be talking, don't know what they talking about. I think they just like talking just because they got a mouth. I'ma put some in their mouth. That's no good they talking out. Put them guns in their mouth. Like what that shit you talking about? These niggas just be talking, don't know what they talking about. I think they just like talking just because they got a mouth. I'ma put some in their mouth. That's no good they talking out. Put them guns in their mouth. Like what that shit you talking about? Yeah, man. I'm drinking the food, man. I'm doing the Bombay Beer dance, man. The third, man. I never sleep, man. I never sleep, man. Yeah. The Bombay Beer dance. The Bombay Beer dance. The Bombay Beer dance. Man, I'm drinking the food, man. Yeah. Follow me on Twitter, man. I'm the real DJ. Look at my website, www.365.com. Another bit. It's my bad. I'm coming from, man. Slow down. I'm coming from, man.
Yeah, what's going on? Man, I'm supposed to went live at 3 o'clock. And if any of y'all been watching Brother Polight, that's why I didn't show up. And I ain't gonna lie, he went real mild. But the fact that he even acknowledged a lot of shit in the conscious community today was weird, because he normally don't. You know what I mean? And gave excuses as to why. Let's pull this chat up. Give me 1 second here. 1 second here. And we open up the chat. Because Karen is sharing. Let's see. Share the screen here. All right, we ready to roll. Bam. There we go. So Terrence, we got Pam, we got Nutcase, we got Rebecca, we got Pam again. Hey. Teresa, Controller, we got Nutcase again. Margaret. Jen. What's up, y'all? Positive Queen. We got Irene, and we got Liselle. How y'all doing this Saturday evening? God damn it, I wish it was earlier, because I don't want to take my time on this one. You know what I'm saying? Well, I do, or maybe I don't. And I don't know, but I want to discuss a few things that Polight was talking about. Polight was, and I don't really know the issues. What's up, Tina? What's up, lovely one? I don't know the issues of Polight, but I have a lot of agreements on a lot of shit he brought up. Wax out. What's up with you, bro? Chris Thorne show, pop. Man, he got on his ass today. And listen, he showed. Now that you look, I wonder, can I play that? Let me see if it's still up. Because I don't know if y'all know Hassan Campbell, but I saw something that was extremely disturbing to the point where he should have no face in public or on social media. Would you believe me, Chris? I'm going to show it to you. I was so disgusted. And when I play this, if it's up, because I don't know if he kept it up. And if anybody's seen the Polight live stream, it's going to fuck you up when he played it. Because he was like, this nigga, he said, I'm a problem in the community, conscious community. And I was like, and the way he said it, he was like, I'd rather play it. I know exactly where to find it. What's up, Iceberg? Give me a second. Because we used to go find that. And Sonetta is live. I knew Sonetta was Polight. You know I'm going to clap back, boy. Y'all see it? It was that rough. It made him talk. So he said, hey, hold on, Polight. Hold on, brother. You got me. You got look. Hey, Billy, what's going on? All right. Oh, let me get myself together. Because I want to hear what let's hear what Sonetta talking about right now. Hold on.
Then the next day I wake up. All right. Let me get rid of all the haters.
Yeah, all the haters got to get out of here, brother.
Your asses go. Hold back.
All right, we're not gonna listen to what that nigga got to say. I fuck with Sonetta, but we ain't gonna listen to what he say. I want to get to my point because I ain't trying to share nobody's content. Let's go back. All right. Shit, brother Polight, where are you? Where art thou, Polight? Oh yeah. My Yo Millionaire video. Somebody tried to flag my shit. Because I got an age restriction on there. Not granted. These are scrippers. Not strippers, but scrippers. But who in their fucking right mind will flag a video with strippers unless you a female that don't want to see women or a gay nigga? Surely you don't hate me that much, do you? Just 30 seconds. A 30-second video that was hilarious. Like, he was holding the dog. He got the Grandma Ye or the Parmesan, you know what I'm saying, throwing money. The shit was hilarious. I don't care who don't find that shit funny. It's my guy. Anyway. God damn it. Polight, please don't tell me you took that down. Please do not tell me you took that video down. God damn it. I am Brother Polight. Where art thou, Brother Polight? There you go. I bet he took it down. Oh, he kept it up. He said, fuck that shit. I'm keeping this shit up. Give me a second. I know exactly where to find it. Because it's nowhere on the internet, but he got that video.
FBI agents and shit.
Hold on. Fair use, brother. Oh, fair use to Brother Polight.
You showing up to people's crib?
Let me see. There you go.
And I'm not going to say something incriminating, but I'm going to tell you this. That brother is lucky that the father of those children is lucky. He's lucky that the father of those children.
Let me put my chat up here because I want to see y'all reaction as well. What's up, Goldie? Felicia.
Okay. He's lucky. So S.O. the King. S.O. the King. Look, he's over here supporting. I gotta block him. I can't support pedophiles. Just take a good name. Take a good look at that name. You don't want him in your chat. He's supporting this shit. Now I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna play it in full. S.O. the King is his name. He wants some clout. You got it. Watch this. This is insane. And here it is. We feeling sorry for the homie for being molested. Hold on. This is...
Now, granted, because I'm not going to play all this, he did say, and I quote, he said, I don't agree with nobody making fun of him being molested. I want to make that clear. All right? So as long as we got that out the way, we good. But I want to find this part with Poppy, because I can't help but call the nigga Poppy. Hold on. I'm going to find the clip, brother. Hold on. He's going to play it now. He played it like 3 or 4, 5 times. What's up, Alicia?
Okay. Play the whole thing.
All right, here we go. Let's
go.
Listen real close. I'm cutting it up real loud. I want to make sure that shit be playing real loud. Hold on. I want it up. Pause. All right, here we go. Now, let me give you the proper context of this. This is allegedly, and I don't want to be incorrect or correct. What's up, Vaughn? This was supposed to be said to Kev Gills. This is supposed to be said about his children. Allegedly. I don't know, but according to what Brother Polight said, so I can't go off the premise because I don't really know. But according to what Brother Polight said, he said this. All right. Let's go.
It's crazy. Let's go. Yo, say it to his face when I said, I'm not saying to his face, I'm probably going to be with my children. I don't want this motherfucker nowhere near my children. What are you talking about? What exactly are you talking about? Let's hear him. I'm on the other side of the street when I see this weirdo. I'm not saying nothing to him.
Be well, Jerry, what's up with you?
Now I dare him to be like, yo, Polight, you got some nerve being mad about what I said. I dare you.
Well, I tell you what. Let me find your motherfucking son. Right? Let me find your son or your daughter. And let me catch them at 12 years old. And when I stick heavy dick in that little 12, 13-year-old little bitch.
I know.
Just understand, she ain't a victim. When I fuck your 12-year-old son, 13-year-old son, and then run through your family and fuck all the other children in your family. All of them. How it sound to you? Me getting some oral sex.
What the hell?
From little Kev.
Now in the video, in the video, he edited the part where he said Gills. Now, I still want to be clear because I ain't trying to get sued or anything. But allegedly he's talking about Kev Gills' children. All right. So that's why he edited the part out. But what people don't understand is you can't find this clip nowhere. But apparently Brother Polight must have had somebody screen record it, and he's been holding on to it for a while. I don't know when he said this, but he said it. Now, unless there's some CGI going on, this shit was said by Hassan. So let's go.
This dude is off the chain. Let's do it one more time, people.
How that sound? Me fucking little Kevy Kev.
Damn, he's still going off. I
got some Vaseline. It ain't a problem, Kev. I got some Vaseline. It ain't a problem, Kev. Fucking little Kevy Kev. I got some Vaseline. It ain't a problem, Kev. Well, I tell you.
Hold on. One more time. One more time before we finish this. See, what's not fair is that these Negroes still befriend this dude. They're all friends, you know, and they talking about me. So he can slide it. He can just put the video down. We gonna play pretend. Now, I want you to be honest in this chat room. Like me, love me, hate me or not. Press 9 if you know this motherfucker.
Now, hopefully, let me see. Let me make sure the live chat is up. Is it up there? Because goddamn it, I press 9.
Because she didn't have no friends in this goddamn community. Press 9 if you feel
y'all should see me over here.
He needs to see help or worse. I'm not gonna say nothing else. Because I don't care. The dude he beefing with be disrespecting me too. But I ain't gonna say no craziness like that. There you go. Press 9. Remember his name is Hassan Campbell. There you go. Now what we gonna do with anybody that befriends this motherfucker? What we gonna do when you see him shaking hands and befriending these guys?
Yeah, the chat is off because I think it's still processing. It was the live feed was about at least 2.5 hours long, so it ain't through processing yet. That's why it's not live as it should be.
There you go. There you go.
Chantel President.
Hold on, y'all. Keep it going. Keep it going. Hold on. Keep it there so the people know. Hold on. Let him see it. Let him see it. Because this nigga, he's sick. He's actually sick.
Are we gonna do it one more time?
Keep the 9s going. Press 9 if you know. And we should excoriate this motherfucker. You gotta look up the word excoriate so you don't think I'm saying something so violent and crazy. Press 9. If you know, no one should befriend this asshole. Press 9 if you know. Someone said 8 + 1, motherfucker. This is crazy. He needs help. At the very least, he needs help. How are you looking at it? But I'm making the community look bad. No, the community looks bad when it's shaking hands with you, hugging up on you because you're bullying people into being your friends. You showing up to people's cribs. You talking about you want to have knife fights with them. So niggas are just letting it slide whenever you say this fucking sick shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, motherfucker. You're crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. You ain't gonna bully me into being your friend, motherfucker. I don't care how much Vaseline or shea butter you got.
That was funny.
I would say your ass is mine, but I don't want you taking it the wrong way. Now, I ain't gonna make fun of you for being molested, but goddamn it, I ain't gonna fuck with you for talking about molesting somebody else's children either. You don't call no little girl and refer to her as a bitch and subsequently follow up with you fucking her. You don't do that under no circumstances. It was illegitimate. It wasn't right. It was completely wrong. And no amount of anger could justify it. Brother, you need help. You are fucking sick. You don't have the right to say that you are here to free black people. I don't know what the fuck's up with Tazariak and them. They need to put some more fucking pressure and manhood on your ass because I know they was working with you. I know those brothers was very disappointed.
Very.
That's right. They should be very disappointed in you. Now, I don't know where Irritated Genie is at because I know his stance on shit. He should be fucking livid hearing this. But what I will say is this. Anybody that supports this brother and they don't even get clarity that he's going to see some help because that was a mental breakdown. And that's a testament that you're no good to no one else. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me talk to y'all. And this is why I don't deal with this community. Because we don't deal with the real problems. Here's a man that goes on live.
And I play. Damn. Polight got a powerful fucking channel. I can't even pause this thing. Okay, yeah, let's go back. Let's go back, way back. Let's put my chat back over here. So I just thought I'd share that with you. Where I was at. Polight got 4 wives, I believe. And they all gorgeous. God damn it. I'd say that. You know what I'm saying? Damn. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be like, damn. I want what Polight got. For real. You know what I mean? I don't want 4 wives. I just want to be able to be free and do whatever the fuck I want and not have to worry financially, mentally, physically. You know what I mean? That's real talk. Nonetheless, I'm pretty sure he got issues. He probably don't want to talk about those issues. You know what I'm saying? But he seems to be in good spirits. What's up, Miss Ekane? Am I saying that right? I don't want to be saying that wrong. Am I saying that correct? So this ain't no plea on my behalf to get you to unsubscribe. Because I saw, I think it was Teresa, you said you unsubscribed. You should have been unsubscribed. You should have been done that a long time ago. How do I pronunciate your name? I want to say it correct. I'm seeing E key and I see NN. I'm assuming it's Ikani. Help me out. Give me a pronunciation. What's up, Soprano? Release the Kraken. So, but yeah, you said it correct. Oh, I did. Okay, cool. All right, so man, y'all should have been unsubscribed to him, but if you needed a reason to, if that ever was a valid circumstance, I think you should do it now. Like immediately. If he felt like once it listen. Matter of fact, where her son at? Where you at? Pop. Where you at, Pop? Son Campbell, I'm pretty sure your ass is live. Inspirational caller, call in. I think you should be. He had a nerd. What? Oh, the irony. This topic, Chris. Back page. Pizzagate. Sex trafficking must be stopped. That was the last. Now I don't watch this brother. As you can see, I don't watch this brother. I don't got no ill will toward him. I ain't got no issue with him. But what I just heard was the most sickest shit ever. To even refer to yourself to anybody, I don't give a fuck if you like them or not. And I ain't got no issue with Kev at all. But I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. To even think of asking somebody, hey man, fuck my own, like the fuck my enemies keep, like hell nah. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Like I'm thinking it's gonna be something like some Photoshop pictures. This motherfucker actually said it, but he took it down. So ain't no telling when he said it. You know what I'm saying? It had to be around the time him and Kev had the little back and forth situation. So I don't know. I don't keep up with that shit. I keep up with certain people in the conscious community, and Polight is one of them. It's Ali. Anybody fucking with Sonetta, Irritated Genie, people. I fuck with certain people like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with Shaka Amos. I bought a couple of books from Shaka Amos. Wesley Muhammad, different people like that. I do rock with them. I rock with Young Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? I never thought Hassan Campbell was a good idea to rock with. I never thought that. Like, yeah, I never could. I never could say no shit like that. Nah. But I did after he went, so I went back. Yeah, like, the issue, like that's what, Teresa, that's what kicked this whole YouTube thing off for him was Tommy. A lot of these brothers, though, really. To be honest with you. I ain't trying to throw niggas' names under the bus or nothing, but that's what kicked it off. And it just seemed like he just been on course. Because he seems like a knowledgeable brother. I can understand. I can see people like, yo, that dude got knowledge. I can see that. What's up, Kels? What's up, Numa? I can see when certain people got knowledge. I can see what people actually are, quote unquote, intelligent people. But I think that's an emotional statement, and I think he probably reflected. He had a reflection, and he probably had flashbacks thinking about what possibly happened to him if we're going to believe what he said. And what he said emotionally snatched him. And maybe, just maybe, girl, ain't she on the sauna? Maybe emotionally, it's kind of like if I've been physically abused, like if I've been beaten my whole life with sticks and bats or whatever, and been punched and beat up my whole life, and emotionally, my rebuttal to you would be like, how about I fuck you up, or how about I stomp you and cross your face, and I have this violent demeanor. What happens is I think about all the times that I got physically harmed. I want to harm that person like I was harmed. And I want that same pain to be felt upon them. That's why sometimes you have to reach deep inside you. You have to keep your composure. You know what I mean? You have to. Because remember, the thing, and I don't mean to make this a gender thing, but when it comes to boys who get abused or see abuse, they don't get the pass for being violent people, even if they're violent toward men. They don't get that pass. They sure ain't gonna get that pass for being violent toward women, i.e. Chris Brown. But do we know how many young girls have been violently abused in their home? Or have been terrorized in their home? And then they grow up and they're Mrs. Love and hip hops, they're basketball wives, You get what you get where I'm going? And they're just wild. They throw shoes, they throw shades, they throw glasses, they flip tables. And you ask yourself, where did this violent demeanor come from? Was it from the parents? They get close to the mic when I say that. They don't say that when young girls grow up to be women. We will say that about young boys that grow up to be men. But remember, we have to start thinking about the girls that do the same thing. Because they get passes for being violent. You know, women in the chat room, a lot of shit be like, you know, mood swings, aka in most cases it's bipolarism. And then nobody wants to say the young girl was abused. I dated an abused girl. You know, the smallest shit makes her want to punch me. I was like 19 years old. Girl was just constantly just punching me, slapping me across the head, and I used to just laugh at it. I thought it was funny, but that's just the young nature in me. So I think it's okay because I look around and be like, I grew up around violent girls in high school and middle school and shit. Like, it's okay. Go deep inside that go deep inside that childhood. It's kind of like when you look at Michael. Michael Jackson said he never had a childhood. And that's why he acts like a child in most cases. This is why he has monkeys and all these different things around his home. I didn't say mood swings equal bipolarism. I was being facetious. Now. Come on. Follow me. Follow me. But come on, y'all know some bipolar women who claim mood swings. But I'm just being facetious when I say that. It's not necessarily what I'm saying. Of course, I know it's not. But what I'm saying is that you have to find out, like, when some people have their household, like, what was your upbringing? Most guys won't even ask you that question. I'm going to interrogate the fuck out of you. I want to know, like, what was your upbringing? That's why I'm real careful about my son. Like, yo, I need to know who that daughter's parents are. And I need to meet their family head on. Because I need to know, like, let me feel like this, what kind of energy this girl got around her. You feel me? Because he got good energy around me. I'm taking care of my part. They welcome to come meet me. My family. Ain't too many in my family you're going to meet because my family full of shit. They love me to death, but them motherfuckers is crazy. What the hell is that? Above? But we ain't here for that. Let's get into the juicy stuff. And people, if you are Tupac fans, a lot of y'all might be broken heart today. Are y'all ready for that? Let me ask y'all a question. Have any of y'all seen the Tupac Hoax Reveal YouTube channel? Or have y'all even watched one video from that channel? Because if y'all haven't, we finna dive right into that shit. And it ain't gonna be a whole lot. I'm gonna go into the selective videos that I want to go into that I felt that are very important. Because people need to be aware that, honestly, I've been ignoring this channel for a very long time. It's like I was forced to watch it one day. It's kind of like you end up on the wrong side of YouTube and you like, oh shit, I didn't want to watch this shit. Now I gotta watch it because it's 3 in the morning and I'm looking at my smart TV and goddamn it, I don't feel like grabbing the remote. You know how you flips and flips and flips and flips and flips. You know the YouTube app. So I'm forced to watch this shit. Like, damn, I don't know how I got here. And there was the Easy E video. You know, the 888. It was that video. that grabbed my attention. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Let's go. All right. So first video we going through. Let's move this over here. I want to make sure I put that right here. Let's move this right here. Because I don't want the screen to be too big. I want people to be able to have their opinions over yonder, right? So here we go. Now, the first video, we're going to analyze the certain questions. It pretty much gives you like a breakdown of everything he's gone through as far as over time. So this is what we're going to do here is we're going to just go through, hey, Marsha. You weren't even here on the first one. This is the second one. So we diving into this. And we also get into this Emmett Till video because I want everybody to be aware. A lot of people know, but everybody should be aware. And I want to make sure that's more talked about. So I'm kind of going to throw that in there after this because I know people will hear about this. And I want to say special shout out to who I think is Bam G. Shout out to you, brother. Hey, Green Envy. The ones who are everybody that's behind. I just know Bam G is the name I remember. Forgive me for everybody else. But I want to say special shout out to the creators of the Tupac Hoax Reveals channel. They've done an incredible job of research and not where they just like, I think it's like 20, maybe 30% of it is their own breakdown of the information, which is 60, maybe 70%, where it's the information and videos and documentation that they gave us as individuals or people. So what they do is they break everything down and they prove the point to see if he really was who he was. Like they have a case where, not a case per se, but they stated the claim that Tupac Shakur is a made-up character in hip-hop, and he's an agent through the industry, and his whole agenda was sent as an industry plant to become one of rap's focal points to push rap where it was. What's up, Picky? Where it is, rather. What's up, Pixie? What's up, Ray? So we're going to get into the first video called Questions. These are the things that's going to grab your attention to where we're going to go through a few things. Yeah, about him being gay. I'm not going to touch the gay thing, even though that shit is very, very convincing. Especially when he was 17. And you know, I've always wondered, like, yo, why does he still hold this cigarette the way he holds the cigarette? I just thought it was the way he moves his hand. And I remember the Tabitha Soren MTV thing he was walking. He had like a little feminine walk. You know what I'm saying? And the way he was holding his cigarette, and he had his, he folded his arms with one hand hanging out. Like that was, you know, but in his defense, a lot of boys be around mothers who don't have male guidance, and they go into this thing where they have this certain habit. You know what I mean? And I remember having those certain habits when I didn't see my dad around. I used to have these certain habits. I'd be like, damn, I'm acting like my mom a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Not per se like switching, like not switching or anything like that, but I could just see certain mannerisms as I act out. In most cases, I'd be like, hold up. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I got sisters. You know, my oldest brother, he gone. You know, he in Houston. You know what I'm saying? Different places like that, which he eventually came back and got me. We'll get into another time. But, you know, when you're around women a lot, you develop these certain habits. It's just like you'll develop these certain habits around men or whatever. I'm talking too much, but let's get into this. So the first thing I want to break down is pseudocide. In a case in which an individual leaves evidence to suggest that they are dead to mislead others. So let's get into this. And Lego. Oh shit! The fuck? So you telling me I can't play? The fuck?
Right, but don't you feel?
Hold on, what happened to? Okay, here we go. Yeah, what the hell going on? Okay, yeah, I'm fucking up. Okay, here we go. So let's get into the little wordplay here. Of course, if y'all don't know about Niccolo Machiavelli, which is one of the books he read. We're going to get into stuff about books he read and everything. Hold on, yeah. Fair use to Tupac Hoax revealed. I'm hoping that some of this music doesn't give me copyright infringement, and we'll work out a way where we can, you know, chop it and make it to where it can stay up. I know that, and if y'all don't know about that video, I'll let y'all know about that video as well.
White man world. No dedicated to my motherfucking team. Oh, y'all hold them all, say for a big on real OG.
Shooting that left reporting manager Suge Knight injured and Tupac Shakur in critical condition. Metro says Shakur and Knight were driving to a club following the Tyson Seldon fight. The car pulled up alongside Shakur's BMW and gunshots rang out. Police are looking for a late model white Cadillac last seen speeding southbound.
Hold on, y'all. Let me move the chat over here, because God damn it, I'm sitting a little bit to the right, to the left. All right, now let's go.
Cobalt Lane.
These are things that make you say,
Somebody in the chat room said Tupac is the GOAT. Yeah, the GOAT of fooling the shit out of us. I'll say that much. Oh, we're going to get into Biggie too, but let's go. See, one stoplight. Colbert is about 5 minute drive. He avoided every other car, and he hit 5 stoplights without no body damage. We're talking about damage of the vehicle, and they went over the median for the car. No scratches. It's in perfect condition. Middle of the street. The car was planted there. No one was ever in it. The last pick didn't even have keys at all. For the record. All right, so let's go. Somebody said we're looking way too deep. Well, I'm gonna ask you on the panel too. So you stay here, and when this is over, we're gonna get you on the panel, and we're gonna discuss this. Because if you haven't watched any of this, your opinion means nothing. Because trust me, the evidence is overwhelming. And it's 100% fact check by me and thousands of other people who have watched this shit. Thank you, that lovely one. It is legal to fake your own death. That's why they chose Vegas. Perfect place to do it. Tire loses control. Black zigzags, tires of the marks perfectly curved. Looks like someone drove and planted there. Those marks do not indicate a struggle at all. Because of course they will be black. It's obvious. Right. Crime scene, the daylight, no skid marks. Remember, skid marks do not go away. The only way they go away is if tire pressure is over that concrete over time.
Oh no, we good. You gonna get on this panel. You gonna get that work. We gonna talk about this. Oh, we passed that part. I'm just trying to skip forward here to the part where the guy said he took the last picture. All right, so here we go. Watch it.
We were barely moving. We had foot traffic at the cars. So
All right, his name is Leonard Jefferson. And goddamn, I was like, not this time. They not gonna fool me with this guy. So I looked his name up, right? And as I was watching, I'm like, damn, this nigga full of shit. But watch.
Came my way through the traffic, came to a light, and cars, stopping. And I looked over.
And look at study body language. You can see his eyes wandering off to the right. And it's obvious that he's trying to keep him composure and study. You feel me?
It's a BMW.
This is why some people, like, I could study body language. I could tell your emotions and everything when you speak. Especially when I got your facial features right here, and I could see your eyes, your eyebrows, your nose, the wrinkles in your forehead. I could see everything. I could see your reaction. I could tell if you're telling the truth or not. This is how I could tell when certain people are full of shit. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't know how to study body language. And you don't need a book to learn that. You feel me? It's simple psychology. You don't have to be a psychologist to do that.
Some nice wheels on it. Looked over, I saw Pac and Huggie, and the windows were down, so I just hollered at Pac. I said, "What's up, Pac?" He said, "What's up, man?" I said, "Where you guys headed to?" He said, "Oh, we're about to go to the club. You can follow behind us. Come on in. Come with us. Come with us."
Yeah, Blake. Remember, when a person fucks up and they lie, they do blinking and they say, in the back of their mind, a third eye says, "Damn, I fucked up." But when you fuck up and you meant to say something, you would just correct it. Look at his blink. Look at his blinking motion. Check him out.
You can follow behind us. Come on in. Come with us.
You see that? That's shame. What's up? Peace, love, and justice. You see that? That's shame he messed up. You feel me?
Come with us. And I said, "All right, cool." I said, "All right, let me get a picture."
Raising of the eyebrows, the wrinkle in the forehead. You see it?
Real quick. So I had grabbed my camera and, snapped the picture.
See that? You the one claim he took the picture.
And then the light changed green. Then I finally got over it.
The light changed green. Where's the reflection of the light? Huh? See that? And this is his picture. And they're pretty much validating that picture being the last picture. And everybody has always thought that this was the last picture. Keep that in mind. It was taken at the red light, and while there are no light reflections on the windshield at all. Oh yeah, for the record, there was a car in front of them. If they were even behind the car, red, yellow, or green should have been reflecting off that car, off that windshield.
Well, maybe 5 or 6 cars behind him. Then we came to another light, and that's when we stopped there. And then,
see him? Then look at him, raising up the eyebrows, and then he says, "Oh shit, teeth." You know what I'm saying? Now you got to smile like shit.
Well, as we were stopped there, there was we were in like the second lane from the curb, and cars were rolling by on both sides, and then next thing you know, it's like you just heard, bang, 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 bang. Huggie kind of like went up on the curb. He caught a flat after he came off the curb.
Yeah, he was boxed in the middle lane. So remember, they say he was boxed in the front, and there was a car that came up on the right side. The girls, it was in front of the car that was in front of them. As they spoke to Pac like, "Hey, fuck you and shit. Where you going?" He was like, "We going to the club. Meet me there."
you know, typical shit that rappers go to. I just seen independent rappers go through shit like this. So anyway, so he gets the picture, and remember, the person that's supposed to shot at the car, they got open free. They got an open free lane to come through the right side. The only thing that's stopping them from getting away easy was the girls in front of them. All right, keep that in mind. Oh yeah, the whole thing about Suge Knight, we'll get into that too. Like that's where they was. So if they supposed to have turned around, keep that in mind. That's exactly where they were, right here.
Tupac and Suge Knight left Knight's home around 10:30 to go to Club 662. By 11:15 that evening, they were heading east on Flamingo, just coming to this intersection here at Cobalt. They were driving a black BMW 1996 model. Knight was driving, Tupac was in the passenger seat. Along the passenger side, right over here, came a late model white Cadillac, but he promptly floored the car, spinning it completely around and took a U-turn, so it instantly headed west on Flamingo. And the fact that the traffic on the strip after a heavyweight fight in Vegas is something to behold.
And the fact that traffic on the strip after a heavyweight fight in Vegas is something to behold. And he made the left turn.
What they do is they give you the truth right in front of you, but at the time, nobody was really thinking like, man, I wonder. Hey, I wonder. You didn't think to like, let me pay attention to what I'm watching. You see what I'm saying? But now when you look back on it, you think like, damn, he just told you if it was so much traffic, how was they even able to do that without having no damage on the car? And there was a car in front of them. If it had his foot on the brake, if somebody's shooting at you, your foot is on the brake, you instantly gonna hit the gas. But that's not what happened, because there was no damage in the front. And come on, like for real. So you may tell me like Suge kept his foot on the brake while they busted shots, and one of the shots hit his head, and he never hit nothing in the front. Just only tire damage. That's it. All right.
Onto that street. Next we know there's cops like on bicycles.
Like you ever notice about this picture is that this is black. See how black this is? You see that? That's something that I just paid attention to. Black. No backseat showing of the, come on, yo, for real. And then look at this. But y'all, that just went over y'all head too. I ain't gonna even rewind it. Let's go. All right, let's get to the other part because he full of shit. So let's get to this part right here. The white girl.
And by the time we got here, they were already taking, which now I found out was Tupac, into the helicopter away. He had been shot. Into the helicopter away. He had been shot.
She looked nervous too.
Away. He had been shot.
Trust me, the thing about crisis actors, they have to try to sell it the best way possible. Some of them don't know how. So let's skip that part because I don't want to hold too much time. Here we go. Here we go. What's up, Angel?
You shot in the head, the first thing the person do is panic. Bam, I'm shot in the head, I'm about to die. And once you do that, you can't try and know it. My old thing was, he was shot. I'm like, you shot? He's to the hospital. I'm trying to tell him off to get to the hospital and get back. I looked at me and said, you know what? You need the doctor going to me, you want shot in your head. And we laughed the whole time going to find out went to the hospital. Pop was a man the whole time. It wasn't that he was like, oh, I'm shot. He cracking jokes. Like, yeah, they shot me. He said, you shot in your head. Look at your head. Your head bleed. Look how much it's bleed. That was Pop. I'm like, man, shut up. We need some doctor.
Maybe we won't.
Now remember, the logical mind is say this: if Pac was shot in the chest and he had bullet bullets in his lung. How could he talk, yet alone breathe? You understand? Like, there's football players who's had punctured lungs, broken ribs, who barely could talk. You want to believe that story is true? But let's just say the story isn't true. Remember when the first responders said that they pulled him out the car and they laid him on the ground? Remember that? And he said, "Fuck you." Remember that? So Suge is lying, and the first responder is lying. Pac ain't say shit with bullets in his lung. Nah. Hell no. Pac was going, if he was shot in the lungs the way they said, you know, it ain't like they said the bullets was like in his chest, and then they hit his lungs eventually. They said he was shot and instantly impacted his lungs. That's in the paperwork.
These are things that make you say.
Suge Knight says he knows who killed rapper Tupac Shakur. He came forward this week to announce he cracked the case. A signed affidavit written by Knight's attorney Thaddeus.
It sound familiar, don't it? I cracked the case. None of y'all on YouTube crack no Kanika case. Period. Anyway, let's continue.
Culpepper says Knight is known for many years that Reggie Wright Jr. and his ex-wife Sharitha were behind the murder of Tupac and attempted murder of Knight.
Now, this is something I didn't know. If he refused to cooperate, they could prosecute for withholding information. I didn't know that, but that's true.
Ain't in the telling. So people always want to know, is Pac dead, Pac alive? Pac was taking souls that disappeared before he go back to prison. But once again, ain't in the telling.
I ain't in the telling. I ain't gonna lie. I need that picture on the shirt and just say, put it over there. I ain't in the telling. That'd be hilarious.
These are things that make you say.
Let me get to the part that's important. For the Four Brothers, that's the first album cover. It's Tupacalypse Now.
The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. You can
Four Horses of Apocalypse. I had researched that because that album cover, it's like you never go back and think, I wonder what the meaning of this Tupacalypse Now album cover really is, you know?
look out your window, or when you turn on your television. It is the world.
Apocalypse, a disclosure of knowledge or revelation in religious context, is usually a disclosure of something hidden, a vision of heavenly secrets that can make sense of earthly realities.
That has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth?
These are thoughts, these are things that make you say.
Why did Suge allegedly hire someone to kill Biggie but let Keefy D walk free? If Keefy D was in the caddy, how come he never asked whom it belonged to or what happened to it? The white caddy and hired a hired vehicle, and so it was never returned. Why wasn't the tire company contacted? Hold on. God damn it. Even Nero trying to fuck up my live stream. Hold on. Where we at? Nero was fucking me up. Okay, we're back to what I was doing. So yeah, the company never came back, about the vehicle, because remember the vehicle was in the impound. You feel me? So here we go. Get to the important part right here. And it said Frank was in the other car. How did he hear the conversation Pop and the woman were having? I'm sure the traffic would have been loud on a busy hot Vegas Saturday night, especially after Mike Tyson event. He claimed he heard the conversation him and the woman were having, but that was impossible because, I know. Trust me, I be downtown and I've done security down there. When it's crowded, it's too hard to hear a conversation from amongst two people, even in a certain distance. Like you can't really hear what they were talking about. So that made no sense unless he got the word from Suge because he didn't get the word Pop. What's up, Lamar Brand? I'm trying to make sure. I gotta make sure I get all your channels over there, bro. You got the third one, so I got you on mine. Look at him.
Yeah, I don't think anything more is going to happen, unfortunately. But it's one people will be talking about for a long time.
Yeah, that's the dude that said he saw him and he said, fuck you. That was his last words. That's the one that got Pac's final words, as they say. As they say, you know what I'm saying? Now, the next one I want to get into is the one called The Con Artist, right? And now, all rights is to Tupac Hoax reveal. I'm just trying to break down certain things in these videos because some people won't, no disrespect to anyone, but I believe Tupac is dead. R.I.P. to go. He was on another level. Well, first of all, give me your thoughts on what we just watched. Are you just totally just ignoring any information? Like you have no opinion on the information at all? Like the evidence that they just gave you? You know what I'm saying? It ain't like this dude making up shit. Just giving you the evidence. Say, hey, analyze this. This don't make sense, blah, 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 blah. I mean, you can't make up that blood's on the ground if you don't see blood on the ground. You can't make up the info is false. Okay, if the info is false, then you have to deal with the fact that all the info about Tupac is irrelevant too. Because remember, that's what they told you. This is what MTV News said. This is what, you know, I mean, we're not doing the dumb shit over here, bro. It's like a Pacino, bro. we're not doing the dumb shit over here. Those stories were made up just to make money out of Tupac's name. So what happened to Pac if he wasn't shot? Because you trying to say this is fake. You said Tupac was never shot that night. So what happened to him? I'm sure you got the answers. If you said you know for sure he's dead. There's no proof that he's alive. Okay, well, there's no proof he was shot that night. So what happened to him? According to that video. No proof. So you said he's dead. Prove to me that he's dead. Because you said what the news, the media, and everything we just watched was their information. Yeah, there's no proof he's alive or dead. And remember, with Kanika, if there's no proof that he's alive, if she's alive or dead, at some point you have to say to yourself, well, if I can't prove she died, because that's the most important thing, because that's what they told you. In the meantime, you have to be honest and say, well, I don't have no evidence. He got cremated like his mom. No, you can't say he was cremated. How did they even get his body to crematory? And the whole thing about them rolling his blunts up, we're going to get into that too. They lied about that story. See? So I'm not even wasting my time with you, bro. Anyway.
Don't you feel like...
And I think it's in this episode where they said they smoked this ash, and then later on they said, nah, that's not what happened. Graham and say he with Dr. Dre. I could believe that. It was something Miss Wisdom.
Like that creates
he just trolling. You gonna get that word when this is over. I'm opening the panel and I demand you talk to me about this, and we're gonna analyze everything. Because you just told me one lie. They didn't smoke his ash, they lied about that. I got that on record. They said they lied about that.
West, he's talking about killing.
Here we go.
Saturday night in Las Vegas, he had no chance to use it when a car.
Oh, here we go. It's facts. You can ask New Hussein Fatal, rest in peace, and ask him because he dead. But ask me outlaws guaranteed. Hussein Fatal never smoked his ashes. He said that on record. So how can I ask Hussein, which is actually dead? And remember, nobody saw what happened to him but Gaddafi. Nobody can verify who shot him but Gaddafi. Right?
Yeah, the doctor's dead too. Everybody's dead. Big Psych is dead. And Feeney is dead. Allegedly. Come on, Jay, man. You're not talking to no dummy over here. And I think I demand respect for my audience. I think they're well intelligent people. Over here, you're gonna critically think and you're gonna be logical over here. So you saying Fatal smoked his ass? Because he said he didn't. As they were telling the story, he said, I don't know nothing about that. I ain't roll up the blunt with them on that one. He was laughing like that sound ridiculous. And he was right there next to Edie and Noble when they said it. Anyway, you hold me up, bro. Yeah, we gonna talk.
And open fire. Shakur and a recognized a female fan in a New York hotel room.
They began pretending to tear him down, crucify his character, and seem like a villain. Remember, the movies he played were pretty much a build-up of his character. Above the Rim, Juice. This is like the character. You see what I'm saying? Poetic Justice. He's like this, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Pay attention to him. Yeah. Gaddafi is his cousin. He ain't dead. Gaddafi allegedly was killed. Allegedly.
He served 8 months' time.
Gaddafi was the cousin of Napoleon. Not Pac. I could be wrong. I think it was Napoleon's cousin, right? Yeah, Pac was cousin to Gaddafi. It was his half brother or something like that, though, right? I don't know. I don't remember that.
4 times in Las Vegas.
You see, like, pay attention to certain detail, like the mannerism. You see that? The way he hold his hand? You know what I'm saying? The way he had his hand up.
Female fan in a New York hotel room. He served 8 months' time.
You know what I'm saying? Watch how he flick it back. Watch the flick back. See the flick back? I'm reaching, but I'm just saying, like, this is, the bent wrist. You know what I'm saying?
4 times in Las Vegas.
I don't know. Maybe it's. I don't
It's
know.
not the first time the controversial rap star was in the news in connection with.
And just because I'm not saying he's gay. I'm saying he has little feminine mannerisms. But I know a guy that got feminine mannerisms. But according to me, I don't think he's gay because I've seen him had too many girlfriends, and I've been knowing dude since I was 14. So I tend to assume he's not gay. I want to put it that way. I ain't never seen him with no man, or you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just saying. So that don't necessarily mean he's gay. He just probably has these feminine habits. You know what I'm saying?
He was shot in the groin during a botched robbery attempt in New York in 1994.
I was out on Sunset and these guys approached me about what set I claimed. Gang thing.
You see that? Now pay attention to what he's saying. You fuck around in California. You say, dude, hey, nah, I ain't seen all that. I'm just saying, I haven't seen him with no male, as in, this is my nigga, and we you know what I'm saying? I ain't seen that. I'm just saying. You get what the fuck I'm trying to say. I know you ain't you supposed to be in the sauna? What the hell you doing chatting right now?
For the jury to determine his fate on the sodomy and gun charges stemming from the woman. Jury found Shakur guilty for attacking a music video director,
wounding 2 off-duty police officers during.
This is all about my image. This has nothing to do with me. They building me up now. They destroying me.
Now pay attention to it. He's telling you his life. Now you don't think about it until you go on the surface. You weren't thinking about it, but now you start thinking like, damn. Go back. Listen to him.
They building me up now. They destroying me on the same image that they perpetuate.
I missed the whole fight because Tyson is not the dude out so fast.
Pops back was all excited when we fought, just knocked out Selden.
What's up with the bro? Myron in the building. What's happening, bro?
50 blows just hit it 50 times. You count.
I missed the whole fight because Tyson is not the dude out so fast.
For the record, Chris, I'm gonna piss him off with this one. Yeah, I do know Danny Boy is now gay, right? You didn't know that then. You know that now. And remember, Pac said, well, allegedly, according to him, he said Pac used to love when he sung Change Gonna Come by Sam Cooke. All right. Now, this is what's weird about knowing a story, right? All right. He said allegedly to him, but to me, he said allegedly. He said the last time he saw Pac was on his deathbed, and he couldn't talk. And he sung Sam Cooke, and he said Tupac had a tear roll out his eye and went to the back of his head because he was laying down, and said he sung that song for him. What's up, Miss 5 Grand? He sung that song for him. Now, what I'm saying is Danny Boy and Pac was very close. Danny Boy is not a bisexual. He said openly he's a homosexual now. But that's been a secret for 20 years. Y'all feel where I'm coming from now? I'm just not saying Tupac is gay. I'm just letting it be known that all this time, he been talking about Dre was gay. This nigga over here, Suge was like, Dre is gay. I be like, nigga, y'all got Danny Boy around y'all? Y'all ain't no nigga with a fruity ass nigga all this time? That's all I'm saying. Like the dude that actually was gay, nobody said nothing. That's weird. Anyway. The one thing I don't like about Tupac Hoax is the music. But it's kind of like it gets irritating the longer the video goes. It's like very irritating. You know what I mean? But I fuck with it because it's like it grabs your attention. But I know how to drown it out and be like, okay, I'm looking at the information. I'm fact checking. I don't get drowned out in music. I don't get hypnotized. You know what I'm saying? You got me hypnotized to the point where I'm interested, but I'm not like hypnotized by belief. I got to fact check shit. So I fact checked all the shit. And there's about 3-4 more videos I haven't even watched yet. So, but I'm deep into this shit though. See that? This is supposed to be his final picture right here. All right. Now this is supposed to be Suge in the building. This is supposed to be their last ride to the club. Okay. I'm gonna let it roll. Now check this out. That's Pac right there, right? Look at that. All right. Now, this argument is kind of a blank argument because the glare should give off the light of these pants. The glare of his, shouldn't give off the color of his jeans because he's hiding behind people. So the glare is not giving off an actual color to identify blue. You know what I'm saying? So this is not a fair argument. So I'm also fair to the point where I could be like, they could be blue for all we know. You know what I mean? They look dark, but he is behind people. And the glare is right here. As you can see, it's a darker shadow in front of her because it's a glare from the light. You feel me? What's up, World News? Shout out to World News. So it's a glare right here. So, it's not fair to say that these aren't blue jeans. You feel me? They look different, but remember, this is a dark, section. If this is black. This jersey is black. These are a little bit lighter. And the jeans that you just saw possibly still could be those jeans. You know what I'm saying? See, but what I say is it's possible. So that's not a cool argument. It has no merit to it because of the glare of the shadow, the corner. Because it's a lit up corner, but he's hiding from the glare. Now I think he did something where he like did some type of filtering or something. Still able to make out lighter. Okay, yeah, I feel him on that argument, I guess. But that's still a weak argument because it's a glare. Like that light, you know what I'm saying? Because look at even this person right here, dark. You know what I'm saying? Dark. You know what I'm saying? You can even see the light. I'm just saying, that's a bad argument. But I understand that. I know this is bullshit. And I still understand that the mustache argument, which they're going to get into that too. The mustache argument is 100. And see, even in the movie, they had darker pants. You feel what I'm saying? But those look like dark jeans. You feel me? I think they should have got lighter jeans, but nah, because this is in black. You see what I'm saying? This is more of a turtle green, like a dark turtle green color. That's not even black like that one. You feel me? So of course they didn't get it right. The fucking jersey and the jeans. You feel me? I do agree that the East Coast West Coast thing was staged, but a lot of people played into it on some wild shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's something that the journalists and people are making up just to get paid off and so to drag out. When it all goes down, don't look at me and be like, why is there East Coast West Coast war when you're shooting this to 300 homes, 300 countries?
You see the 3-3? You notice the number? That lets you know this is scripted. Pay attention.
About the East Coast West Coast war, they would never know exists.
That's how we do it. You know the players is on the west side. Fuck that peace shit. I ain't even trying to make peace. Fuck them all. The players on this side. When they say something to us, we want to make sure we bash their ass like we did. You see that nigga quiet as a fucking church mouse.
When it all goes down, don't look at me and be like, why is there East Coast West Coast war?
Any you niggas from New York, they want to bring it. But we ain't singing, we bringing drama. We gonna kill all you motherfuckers.
When you're shooting this to 300 homes, 300 countries.
What's up, Eric Brown? I see Danny Glover in the building. Danny Glover, what's up, bro?
6 million records, so 3 million.
See his face? Look at his face. And remember, even in the movie, they told you that he didn't want to do this shit because he wanted to get out. And next thing you know, he doing the Death Row E shit. So it's like, damn. But look at his face, though. See, these are things you don't pay attention to. See, sometimes it takes somebody to help you find it and pay attention to be like, oh, damn, I didn't notice that, because I can go look at, let's say, Dark Knight Rises, and I can go like, damn, that's a lot of fucked up shit in this movie I didn't catch. There's like a channel that finds fucked up shit in movies, you feel me? So you don't catch everything.
So 6 million records.
Look at his face.
3 million singles.
Look at his face, like, nigga, I sold 6 million, 3 million singles. The fuck? Look at his face.
So 3 million singles.
When you're shooting it.
Now that shit was hilarious, bro. I'm running that back one more time. That shit was hilarious. Look at his face, like, nigga, what the fuck?
Shooting this to 300 homes, 300 countries.
So 6 million records, so 3 million singles.
When you're shooting this to 300 homes.
Yeah, checkerboard is duality, black and white, the yin and the yang. It's a bunch of different forms of duality. But that fucking face was, nigga, I gotta, you gotta GI up that shit. You going on Facebook, my nigga. Yeah. Keep in mind, Kendrick Lamar, the current ringleader of West Coast rap music, is a Gemini. And I don't know if y'all know, he claims that Lassane Paris Crooks came to him in a dream and said, "Don't let me die." I don't know if y'all know that, but I mean, I love Kendrick Lamar musically, but the funny thing about that shit is that I just find it funny that he's been, because he on the pro-black shit, and I just thought it was weird. Like, it's kind of odd that they let this dude just come in and just, be creative control. You know what I'm saying? And I always wondered, like, why the fuck did you sign with Dr. Dre and Dr. Dre ain't got no fucking control over your album? Like, what is the point? Like, the Pimp a Butterfly, There was 2 beats by a guy named Love Dragon, an unknown producer, and the beats sound like Dr. Dre made the beats. But they got away with using some guy named Love Dragon. And they asked him, is Love Dragon Dr. Dre? He's like, nah, it's just a producer that just don't like to be seen. So one thing about Kendrick is he made it clear that I'm great at keeping secrets. But he's a Gemini, so put that in proper perspective, that he ain't the ringleader over there for nothing. Keep that in mind. Sign of the moon, 2 bronze pillars. Biggie was a Gemini. Biggie was no Gemini, was he? Hold the fuck up. Biggie was not a Gemini, yo. The fuck? What's Gemini's sign? May, June 16th. Damn, he's a fucking Gemini, yo. I didn't know that. That went on my head too, yo. That went all the way on my head. I didn't know that. Now, who debuted first? Yeah. Of course, Tupac. Yeah, I didn't know Biggie was a Gemini. Fuck me up with that one. The sun rises in the east, but it sets in the west. No, Biggie died in March. His birthday is in May. May the 21st or something like that. Yeah, he died in March 9th.
Like this. So when you're growing up, your junior high school, stuff that came before your time, like the Pacs and the Biggies, do you feel like there's a certain level of respect you have to have? Do you know about them and respect it even if you don't know?
They're my peers. They the pioneers. You got to respect them. Without that, you know what?
All right. Yeah. Jackie Chan shit was funny. Mutual friendship. That shit might as simple off the one. Now he's reaching on this. Hello, y'all. Now, see, he's reaching because that's like I'm going, in and out fucking. He's reaching on that one. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that he ain't with the shit, but that he's reaching on this one. Because remember, this is the explicit version of How Do You Want It? It's with Heather, I think it's Heather B. I know she was a porn star. She was in the video, and it was, a lot of shit. Titties was out. It's a triple X it's an X-rated version of this video. So he's reaching on that. That version is not on MTV or BET. You know what I mean? Yeah, I admit sometimes people be reaching. You know what I mean? Sometimes they do. Somebody said Dre at the first booty. I was even looking at the chat room. Let's run it down. Fake cop shooting, rape case. Keep in mind, he wasn't charged with rape. He was charged with, I think it's sexual assault. fake prison time, fake beef with Biggie, fake shooting in 94, shot 5 times, fake shooting in Vegas, made up court case, fake name. Of course, all this shit is 100. But the thing with Biggie is that if you go find this video, Monster Cody and Tupac had a conversation before All Eyes on Me came out. He had just signed with Death Row. He didn't sound too happy, but he said who shot him. He said the A-Team shot him. Now, it's a thing that you know, I was telling a partner of mine a long time ago, and I was like, it's possible they could have a guy sound like Cody and a guy sound like Pac, and they could just stage a phone call. Because who keeps a phone call from 1995? Like who taps a phone line, you know, and keeps an entire phone call? You know what I'm saying? Because Pac was out and I think Monster was in, if I'm correct. And, you know, it was weird. Like, who records and keeps that type of information? Then just leaks it online. Like some FBI shit, you know what I mean? Keep in mind, he's supposed to have a shot in the head, shot in the hand. And the irony, this nigga got a New York hat on. Like, what a coincidence. You got shot in New York, you hate New York after being shot, and nigga, your first thought was, put this Yankee hat on me, bro. Come on, bro. That'd be the last day I want to wear as a Yankee hat. Especially the way he felt about New York, allegedly. But look at the face though. Look at him. He's supposed to be in pain, but we all know he ain't in pain because there's no bullet wound in the head, and there's no bullet wound in the hand, and there's no nut bullets either, bro. Now, allegedly, that could be. He probably did get shot in the nuts. Let's just play the game. Let's say he got shot in the nuts and they overreacting on the head shot and the hand shot. Because one thing for sure, these two bullets, bullshit. And that's facts. They can prove that too. You see him? Yeah, I feel what you're saying, World News. I don't think he's forced. He's a part of this. You know what I'm saying? I can't say he's forced. You know what I'm saying? Forced to pretend to be shot. Nah. That's a part of it. That's a part of being an agent. And remember, he got shot and he went to court the next day. He got out the hospital and went right to court. Like, what type of lawyer? And you supposed to be a famous guy? You supposed to have a lawyer? Like, you couldn't tell these people, let me get a reset? What you saying? Think about that. And keep in mind, cameras was all on me. They was all on his face. And I'll be like, nigga. In 94, was it 93, 94, right? 94, Tupac was not big. Like, he was big, but he wasn't like, let me think, who was big around that time? He wasn't Snoop Dogg big or Drake. He wasn't even that major. I think he went gold or some shit. He didn't even go platinum. If I'm correct, I don't think he went platinum on Strictly for My Niggas, did he? He was a big rapper, but for him to be having cameras around like that was just odd. You know what I mean?
Shakur left the New York hospital Thursday in a wheelchair, ignoring the advice of doctors. He checked himself out following 2 hours of surgery for gunshot wounds. The rapper was shot in the hand, groin, and head. Later in the day, Shakur surprised a New York courtroom by appearing at a sexual assault trial.
Be Against the World was when he was in jail. Strictly for My Niggas was when he was out. That's when he had I get around, shit like that. I don't think that went platinum. Now, Me Against the World, when he was in jail, he didn't even get convicted yet, you know?
At the end of the day, Shakur surprised the New York courtroom by appearing at his sexual assault trial.
Yeah, they say he surprised the courtroom. How you surprise the courtroom? Like, oh shit, this nigga showed up. You feel me? What kind of lawyer you got? Yeah, I know they got bread at Interscope. He was signed to Interscope still. People don't know that.
He was grazed by 2 shots to the head and wounded in the thigh, hand, and groin. Tupac's bodyguard Fred Moore also was shot in the incident.
He was grazed by 2 shots to the head and wounded in the thigh, hand, and groin.
All right, those are the wounds, right? 2 grazed shots to the head. That's odd. Grazed 2? Yeah, 500. I knew he wouldn't go because he was big, but he wasn't like Snoop Dogg. Like Snoop did that shit in the first week. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he was big, but he wasn't major. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they had to replace Easy. Well, you know, they replaced Eazy-E in general with Death Row. That's why Bone was still prominent. But they replaced Eazy-E, so they needed Death Row to be like the bigger label over Ruthless. But Bone was still able to progress when Eazy died. So I would say if anybody replaced Eazy-E, it was Snoop. And, you know, Snoop had his case too, which is probably fake too. Probably. You know what I mean? Because, you know, the Jewish lawyer, that shit was weird. Yeah, Suge got grazed too. Ironically. Shooting at Times Square Quad Studios, 30th day of the 11th month, 94, 33, 13, Quad Studios, 7th Avenue. No disrespect to it. No disrespect to it. It's cause we ain't disrespecting it, like just being real. And technically you'll be disrespecting the East Coast because he's not really from California. He didn't live long enough to be from the West Coast. Bad Boy was with Arista, which is an umbrella through Epic, or not Epic, but Sony. Sony had Bad Boy. Universal is Interscope, so Universal had Death Row. Sony had Bad Boys. For the record, if I'm correct, I think Arista was always in the division through Atlantic, I believe. Look how you looking. Check them out. Yeah, stop them. Let's get those pictures, bro. So, and ironically, they both were Asian. Ain't that some shit? That's weird. I just caught that. Like they both were Asian. What a coincidence. You see what I'm saying? How is that? You see that? She Asian, he Asian. See that? What a coincidence.
On the calendar, T-Pack, Cameron, Shakur. Mr. Shakur, you have the right to have a speedy preliminary hearing.
All right, would you let the record reflect, please, that the witness, Mr. Fields, was identified Tupac Shakur as that name?
Yeah, all these judges are calling a citation charge that Tupac Shakur has. The problem is Tupac Shakur wasn't his real name and was never legally his name. In federal court proceedings, you legally must be addressed by your real name. If these court trials were real, he'd be getting addressed by his government birth name, which is Lassane Paris Crooks. Exactly. He just had his hands behind his back. Like if he wanted to run away from old Luke Kane, he could have just ran. You feel me? How you fought niggas in prison over Tupac? Them niggas be ready to fight over that shit? Damn. I know niggas fight about a lot of shit in the prison, but not that. I ain't think it went down like that.
What niggas is telling me about the Illuminati shit while I'm in jail. That's another way to keep yourself in the same line. That's another way to keep you unconfident. Right. And I'm putting the K because I'm killing that Illuminati shit.
We searched for knowledge, and now we explore together.
Now that's the chick. Let me see. I forgot her name. I know she's a Berg, i.e. Jewish shit.
And I'm putting the K because I'm killing that Illuminati shit.
For the record, this woman right here, this chick, there's no Tupac without that chick. That chick is the reason he got signed to Interscope. People don't even know that. Now listen to what she said. They was locked up in the hard as you camp. Yeah, I could believe that. If you fact check that, if you know that, you sure can know that.
Knowledge, you know, we explore together. And I'll just tell you a book right now. You know, it's been around for a long time. It's called Ponder on This.
All right, now this is gonna break your heart. He read that book.
So when we see or hear that in 1880 Alice Bailey was born in the leadership to further Lucifer's plans, we're talking about Satan. She also had established something that's called Lucius Trusts under the name Lucius.
Lucius. Who's called Lucius on TV today? What show is that? Does anybody know? I like y'all don't watch that shit. Who in the chat room know who Lucius is? Yeah, he said, motherfucker got stabbed. That's fucking crazy, yo. Who in the chat room know who Lucius is on TV? Cookie's husband. She said Cookie's husband. Yeah. You see how they throw that in your face and what they say? That ain't his real name. He legally changed it. Lucius Lyon. Come on, man. Catch it.
Bailey was born in the leadership to further Lucifer's plans. We're talking about Satan. She also had established something that's called Lucius Trusts under the name Lucifer Publishing Company. This Alice Bailey came out with what's called a 10-point charter.
Take God and prayer out of the educational system.
All right. Take God out of the system.
We want to reduce
parental authority over children.
Parental authority over children. Destroy the Judeo-Christian family structure. Make homosexuality the alternate lifestyle. Number 8, use media to promote and change mindset. Get government to make all these laws and get the church to endorse these changes. So,
now, in his defense, let's just say you want to read to acknowledge some of this information. Because I would want to read to acknowledge the information. But why is she speaking up for him, saying that that's one of his good, important books? Why would she say that? And why would she do that, knowing that when we fact check the information about that author, that's a problem? Damn, that's crazy. I like how he ended it with that. That was crazy. You were watching a movie and Tupac just happened to be your star. All right, now there's let me move this over here. We're gonna do one more, and I'm gonna pick the most important one that I want to do. You have the teachers and the lessons, stage rape charges, Vegas shooting, the secrets, the truth teller, lies, study of a liar, feminine mannerisms, the NY shooting. But I'd rather do we'll do one more Pac and we'll do one more Biggie. And I'm gonna make it quick with this one.
The white Cadillac is forced to pull up on the right side of their BMW.
I'm gonna let that play.
I noticed that it was getting a little bit closer to the car.
Keefy D realizes that he's not going to be in a position to shoot. Keefy D turns around to hand the gun to the back seat, attempting to give it to DeAndre Smith. DeAndre resists, puts his hand up and says, "No thanks, not me." Orlando Anderson is in the right rear passenger, reaches forward and says, "Give me that motherfucker." Leans over DeAndre Smith out to the back window of the Cadillac and begins shooting rapidly. The girls who are stopped, they try to pull away from the situation. As they're doing that, the white Cadillac is also lunging forward. The two vehicles almost collide.
And as soon as we pulled past them, that's when all hell broke loose.
Two members of the mob Pyru, who are also in that caravan, they attempt to chase down the white Cadillac. Gunfire is exchanged between those two cars until the white Cadillac gets away. Leans across and discharges a firearm 9 times, hitting Tupac with 4.
And the thing about their documentary is, I didn't believe they shit no way. I believe the assassination DVD before anything.
Discharges a firearm 9 times, hitting Tupac with 4.
I seen the bullet going through his head. I thought he was dead.
Kiyamai say he saw the bullet go in Suge's head. Get the fuck out of there. See it? That's why I fuck with this dude. And this is the only thing he does to really, prove shit. Let's fact check. Let's put the pictures up here. Let's match. You feel me? For those who don't know, that's the passenger side. There you go. Now, one thing about this food court shit, right, is you notice that a number stands out, 13. You see that? And he's a part of the act too. See that? Look at the time. Yeah.
Ladies the dozen.
It's outside. Look how dead it is outside. This is fight night in Las Vegas. And let me be the one to tell y'all. Tyson and Lewis fought downtown in Memphis, Tennessee at the Pyramid before it became what it is now, which is this Bass Pro Shop. They fought at the Pyramid. There was no way you could move around. I understand Las Vegas is big, but on fight night, I can only imagine if it was no way to move. People was parking everywhere, and downtown is not as small. Y'all see the skyline. It's not small, but it's packed. It's heavily packed. Like damn near the whole downtown blocks was parking. Everywhere is park. People paying for parking. People was paying to park in certain little fucking areas, grass, all type of shit. And this is fight night. Pay attention. Look at this. At the same time, the biggest boxer in the world, how strange how something seems so very empty. That Tupac fight was over at 8:25. This camera shot was at 8:54, so the area should have been packed. Simple, because even after the fight, nigga, it was packed. Nigga, when Tyson was lost, it was packed after an hour. Cars were still parked after an hour. And we're just talking about what I seen with my own 2 eyes in Memphis. Eric, you remember? You from here? Eric, remember that fight was downtown, bro? It was packed. You couldn't even walk. It was so packed. And we talking about 30 minutes after the fight, this shit should have been jumping. I seen movies that end and 30 minutes later, this shit still jumping. Nigga, Black Panther was jumping when it was over. Shit, 16, 20 minutes, and people still coming out getting popcorn and trying to get some refills before they leave and shit like that. Come on, dog. Well, this is the case. This particular case, this channel is pretty much saying that Tupac life in general was a hoax. So technically, he's saying he's not dead, but he's not really saying he's alive because there's no way to prove where he is. It's kind of like he's an actor. Everything was all an act. Yeah, Angel know about Vegas. See it? This picture on the right, this is the guy that hugged Tyson. That's him. This is the last ride. See the mustache? See the mustache? See the mustache? See the mustache? See it? See it? Now, we're not saying these are two different people. We're saying this can't be the same night. Because if this is supposed to be the guy earlier, this is definitely not the same picture later. And we have all understood that this is not a real picture. It's not the last picture of Tupac, according to what they told us. Now, what if this is real? And what if this is not? But then we can't say this is not him because this is the guy that hugged Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? Exactly. They get what they get. That's why I said the shit is right in your face. It's all about going back and let's analyze what we see. Because sometimes it takes people to show you something to see what's real. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, Nobody said let's go back and look at Fight Night and figure some of this shit out. This is Fight Night. This is what Fight Night looked like. You see it? This is what they showed you.
I'm trying to play 1989 back. I was broke in 89.
See that? Now this fucked me up with it right here. Check it out.
I think that if you take one of the O's out of good in this guy, if you had a D to evil, it's the devil. I think some motherfuckers sat down a long time ago and said, let's figure out a way to be controlled. And that's what they came up with.
Of course, y'all need help about the Saturday, the Sunday. That's Saturday. Saturday is Saturn, Sunday is Sunday. And, you know, these days break down about, you know, certain gods and certain meanings of the sun, the moon, you know. Oh, yeah, let me run that back real quick because I don't mean to step on Christian's toes. Y'all gonna have to fix that because these are facts right here. You know what I mean? 100%. And people will not acknowledge the fact that Sunday is the first day of the week. So you're supposed to be going to church on Saturday. Allegedly. I just thought I'd put that out there. And oh yeah, the 7th day is Saturn. There's a god of Saturn who actually, but I don't get to that. I don't want to make this a religious thing. By the way, his original name of his album was supposed to be called Euthanasia. Euthanasia was supposed to be the name of the album, All Eyes on Me. And they changed the idea of that. And I'm assuming that he just said, well, I'm going to get a change because but him saying I bring 89, I was broken 89, like that's weird. Like, dude, he was what, 19? He been broke your whole life, according to what Dear Mama said. You ain't have no money. And if I'm correct, Pop was born in 70. Was it 71? I mean, he was 19. If he was 19, he was selling rocks, right? Not saying you had to be making a lot of money, but you said that's how you made money. But if you was broke in 89, you was broke before 89. Why you saying you bring 89 back? I'd be like, I'll bring 86 back. I was 15. I ain't had shit. Mom was making peanut butter jelly sandwiches and scraps and shit, right? I'm just saying. Maybe I'm reaching.
Hip hop works like a demon.
That we searched for knowledge, we explored together. Astrology, the Buddha, the impact of color.
Oh, y'all know who this is, right? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna open up a can of worms. Y'all know who that is? Chris, you ain't watching, are you? You ain't watching it. You know Lisa Ray was in the Toss It Up video? I'm gonna open up a big can of worms, bro. You know who the brat is, don't you? All right, her and the brat were sisters, right? Or cousins or something like that. I know they were related. You know, Pop said some nasty shit about the brat. Tell the brat to keep her mouth closed, fuck around and get tossed up by the fucking outlaw. No, that's Lisa Ray. Now, ask yourself this. Why is Lisa Ray in this man's video? I'm pretty sure she knew about that song. I'm pretty sure he told her, hey, I don't like that the brat bitch. That's my sister. The fuck? That's not Kadala, that's Lisa Ray. That's Diamond from Players Club. See that? Yeah. Now y'all looking at the word. Don't look at the word. We talking about the chick. They sisters, right? Yeah. So if Pop disses the brat, everything started that full circle effect, and now that she became a star. Teresa, is that true? I don't know if that was true. Is that true? And I ain't gonna lie, this just came to me and I didn't even think about it. It just hit me. Like, damn, that's Lisa Ray. I didn't even know she was in this video. That's Lisa Ray. Look at her. The occult teachings. Yeah, it's a good look. It's a good look at her right there. Okay, if y'all don't see it, y'all see it now, right? Let me run it back a little bit. That's Lisa Ray. The color, the occult teachings. That's Lisa Ray. Okay, y'all see it now, right? Anyway, let's go.
But that's really what the Illuminati know. That's why I put the K to it. Right? What niggas is telling about the Illuminati shit while I'm in jail. That's another way to keep yourself the same love. That's another way to keep you uncomfortable.
Our relationship was really
so what you said.
A relationship that we searched for knowledge. You know,
now I'm gonna ask you one thing. How close you think her and that Tupac, her and Tupac were? I bet they were very close.
We're together, and I'll just tell you a book right now, The Occult Teachings.
Now, I didn't know this. I didn't never catch that. And know that it's not Photoshop, so upside down cross, ladies and gentlemen. Keep that in mind. There's nothing godly about a news nation in an age of information and endless is a choice. Thank you. Real talk. Now, we're going to jump into Biggie, and I'm going to play this Emmett Till video, because I want to open this panel for Homeboy. What Homeboy at the J33, whatever. That name was weird, too. I think his name was 1333 or some shit like that. Anyway, open my playlist here.
Come on.
Biggie, can't you see? Sometimes
oh yeah, Madonna came according to what they say. I don't even like saying it's factual no more. According to what they say, Madonna came to see him not once but twice, I believe, when he was locked up. Let me run this over real quick. Now we finna get into this Biggie thing, all right? Because Pac ain't the only one got a stage situation. That way don't nobody get mad like, oh, you shitting on Pac. We finna shit on Biggie then. How about that? Let's go. Now this is according to information. I ain't doing it, you know.
I think they told him not to come to LA no more. And so he came to LA and he got busted on. You know, so they built this cap.
You see that? Now, what people got to understand is in a staged event, people play the role. They play the role. And you have people like me and you who feed off the staged event, i.e. Donald Trump. This dude does not run the country. He's not impressionable. He's not nothing. He does nothing. No president in the history of America has controlled ideas that happen in this country at all. And hold on 1 second now. Yeah. No, I'm not. What's up? What's going on? Man, home. I said I'm live. What's up? Anyway, so don't you hate that shit? So yeah, Israel run the country and we paying them taxes. So on the real, presidents are puppets. And what I find disturbing is today, in 2018, Black people are sitting up complaining about Donald Trump. And the funny thing about them not even identifying that a president is not really a controller of the country. Nobody, and I mean not me, I don't say nobody, not many Black people question Obama. And he doesn't run shit either. And nobody. And I mean, this is kind of like y'all, it's like, okay, because the guy was Black, y'all was fooled and niggas was crying. I remember it was one of my best YouTubers. I can't believe we did it. He was crying and shit. And I was like, dude, you ain't learned by now? I said, you'll learn. Before the re-election, he didn't even believe in that shit no more. And then when he did it on his own, he researched and started figuring out shit. It's kind of like when you learn about 9/11 being as fake as it was. Not saying it was all fake, but the idea that there was no planes involved. I want a president to tell me the truth about that day. I want the president to tell me the truth about 1776. I want the president to tell me the truth about what was here. Was it us? Were we the Aboriginal people that were already here? Were we considered the Native Americans? Were we considered Black people that was already in this country? Like, were we? I want somebody to tell me the truth about this fucking globe or flat earth. I want somebody to tell me the truth about what's in Antarctica, what's in the North Pole. Why is there certain parts of Antarctica I can't touch? Give me that president, but you won't have one. And what it is that y'all have this belief that people read teleprompters and run the country. I.e., they don't even have their own fucking mind. They read what they're told to read. So when we look at shit like this, it's easy to play puppet on a string because the puppet master is the people who stage the events. And just like Dude said, say it for me one more time, bro. What you say?
I think they told him not to come to LA no more. And so he came to LA and he got busted on. You know what I'm saying? They built this cap.
Yeah. Puppet on a string.
So now people from the West Coast can't go to the East Coast because now they're gonna be scared somebody's gonna shoot them. And then everybody the East Coast, no, they can't come over here and be talking about it. Woof woof.
You that we know what happens is Kennedy was the last great president. You know, Eric, I'm gonna do a hangout where we talk about Kennedy. It's a possibility that President Carter was Kennedy. That'll fuck you up if I told you that, right? And Michelle is a man, ladies and gentlemen. 100%. She's Michael. I forgot the last name, but she's Michael. Even Obama admitted it too many times on fucking camera. That's the sad part about it. But anyway.
You know, as far as Biggie Smalls, you know, he had it coming to him, you know, and then try to have beef.
Y'all like, what? Y'all didn't know Michelle Obama was a fucking man? Y'all that late? She just said what Barry Buffer, Barry Santoro. Is it Santoro or Santoro? How you say his name? That's his real name. You know, like people believe his name is Barack Hussein Obama. It's not his name. Just like Tupac's real name is not Tupac Shakur. This country has been staging shit left and right, and everybody's been asleep but claiming they woke. Woke people don't complain about Trump. Anyway.
Somebody on the West Coast and then come over here and then enjoy the luxury and stuff, because you forgot when Tupac was shot, he was upstairs chilling. He did not come down to see if he was all right. So he already had.
Lovely what? Michael and I. Listen, I dated 3 Michelles in my life. I ain't never called them motherfuckers Michael. Never.
They're coming back to him, you know.
We don't drive by, we walk by, leave our name in the paper.
Biggie Smoke.
Yeah, we don't drive by, we walk by, and I'll be like, yeah. That dude got a point though. New York niggas run up on your ass.
Got shot because he shot Tupac. Because
well, you know, they can't really drive by. Ain't too many places they really just in New York. Angel tell me New York is not a place where majority of the people drive cars. Not like that. In certain neighborhoods, like certain areas, but like just imagine like I'm finna go to work in the morning and I have to drive. Be well driven though. Y'all both from New York. Tell the truth.
Did it to his wife. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Yellow Rose? Hey now.
So they built his character because of that.
Let's get into the juicy shit.
They obtained a videotape that was taken by some fans that were at the scene at the time of the shooting. We believe the videotape is going to be instrumental in us solving this case.
Yeah, take the train. Yeah.
Reporting of the violence in the world of rap music. This week, that world took another ugly turn. One of the best-selling rap artists was killed in Los Angeles in a hail of gunfire. Tonight, that murder remains unsolved. But as chief investigative correspondent Brian Ross reports, police suspect that a long, smoldering feud.
Notice that they try to say the long feud, and that's how you build it up. Bring up Tupac, their feud. How the fuck they got a feud? He dead and gone, allegedly. What feud? Oh yeah, when you listen to Life After Death, they pretty much was like egging it on, like, and you could tell, like, if we was from New York, if I'm from New York, I'm like, yeah, they talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck around, lose too much blood, collapse lung. Look how many gats I brought. Whoever heard that? You ever catch that line? What Jay-Z say? You cats is home saying the fight song. I'm in the front row watching tight song. Same fight, same night. But one of these cats ain't playing right. Shit, I let you tell it. This whole Life After Death. Jealous is a motherfucker, you weak, jealous motherfucker. If you're a jealous motherfucker, you're just a weak motherfucker. See, when you on top, motherfuckers want to bring you down. Who remember them lines? The death threats, hello, kill you, motherfucker. You hear all this shit? I'm going back to Cali. If I used to have a place, I gotta choose the East. I live out there, so don't go there. That don't mean a nigga can't rest in the West, see like sets in the West. Come on now. They were talking shit. You're nobody till somebody kills you. They pray and pray on my downfall. See, y'all motherfuckers live off of negativity. What you need to get through your motherfucking head is y'all niggas fucking with some niggas that's on a higher motherfucking level. What y'all think he mean by higher level? We don't give a fuck what y'all think about us. How you feel about us? What you got to say about us? We gonna keep doing our motherfucking thing from now to the year 3000, bitches. You can't breathe, you can't eat, you can't sleep without thinking about us. All that on Life After Death. And poof, this happened. But what if that never happened? Let's break down the time of the clock and let's put both. Let's sync them together.
Y'all bring up the car, please. I'm ready to go.
See it? See it? At this point, the 911 call, they're starting to drive up to Fairfax, but footage still on the scene. See it? So it's obviously there's some contradiction in the phone call and what you actually see. See what I'm saying? How they drive to the hospital on the phone, but in the video, still on the crime scene. Also, they removed footage from this video, so they were longer. They were there longer. Now, I might be reaching when I say that. What's up, Young Jay? They might be reaching with that, but that's possible. And remember, this footage didn't come up till later. So who's to say this is, this is just not a random replay night? You know what I'm saying? Because you could do a lot of shit. It's kind of like the Monster Cody thing. You could just pretend to be Monster Cody and have somebody pretend to be Pop and just play it out. You feel me? See that? Here we see cut in the footage. Someone walking toward the camera and it cuts. You see that? Speaking of the devil, shout out to Wonderful Excellence. Is Trump Tower really on fire? Give me a second, y'all. I was just talking about this shit. And today is a code of 4774. Trump Tower is on fire. Is it? Let's see. Fire at Trump Tower leaves 1 dead, 4 injured. It says fire department, fire 1 dead, 4, 1 is 1441. I'll gematria this shit later. Anyway, let's go. That's odd, like 47, 74. What's the numerology? 9 to 11, 11, 11, 11, 22. 22 is the numerology for today. Yeah, 22. He's so podcast. They want to kill dude making these videos. See that right there? Somebody with a white shirt. You see that?
While Puffy stays behind with Big, the other SUV speeds off after the killer.
Me and Tom, another guy who was rolling with us, took after the guy. He was going down Woodshire Boulevard, and he was gunning it. Tom's a maniac of driving, but every time he get to like 90, the car would go all the way back down because they had some kind of government ship on that particular Suburban, and he got out of our sight, and we didn't have a chance. That was real frustrating.
Now, why is there a government chip on the Suburban? Where you go to a certain speed, it slows down.
So we went back to the scene of the shooting.
As Puffy's bodyguards give up the chase, a 911 call is made at 12:49 a.m. Police dispatch sends out an emergency call.
Shots fired, reported at 6:06.
So they had time to have a high-speed chase, go back to the crime scene, which means that they were there even longer. Also know the PD SUV. Hold on one second, y'all. One second. Yeah. Hold on one second. Okay, we got it. Make sure my volume. My volume up. And my volume is on. Roll. I'll be back.
There was police out there. They shut the party down from the fire drill, so it was police there.
We were like halfway down, so I was looking out the window. You just see a car pull up on Big Door. Like pull up on Big Door. No words, just a single door in the car. And he just fired shots inside the door. We saw it. Everybody got down in the car. Everybody been down, just hit the shots, just remained in the car. But no window busted or none. Nobody screaming buildings.
He said, no window break, all shots went through the door. He said, nobody screamed. He said, Big didn't scream. But if you go back and listen to that tape, you can hear somebody go, ah, and it's supposed to be Big, right? So, nigga, what type of witness is you that you said that you don't even, the fuck? You didn't hear him scream? If from what they was called, so-called recording, they claim that that's supposed to be Biggie screaming, ah, you know? And think about it. Who pulls up to anybody's car and and has the intent to kill and shoot in the car door? Riddle me that. I'm just saying. Anyway. See that? Bullets in the door. But I want to show you something you didn't catch. Real quick. Hold on. All right. You should see blood. You don't. You should see blood, but you don't. You see blood, bro? I see blood. Nope, wrong. Yep. Yeah, that's supposed to be instructed. Yeah, that's supposed to be it. You know what I mean? Like, no blood on the crime scene. All right, see that? Oh, no, is that blood? No, that's too orange. Nope, no blood. That's the orange wrist, by the way. No blood. That's not blood. That's the orange wrist. Well, if it's supposed to be blood, it should be more than that. I mean, this nigga got shot with. No, this, you know, they got the thing in the middle where you lift it up. It's a Suburban. But if that's supposed to be blood, nah, that's not blood. And it should be more than that. He got shot with 4 times. I think.
You just say blood.
I don't see no blood, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if y'all see blood. Let me know. That could be, but all I'm saying is this nigga is supposed to have jumped over. You should see blood right here. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Surveillance team.
Now keep an eye on the bullet holes. All right, there we go. You see that? All right, now let's do this a little bit. I don't want you to miss nothing now. Bam, I don't want you to miss nothing now. You see that? Exactly. Where the bullet holes? Where the blood at? Blood. I don't see no blood, man. What's up, Bill Live? I don't see no blood, man. Once again, let me know y'all see blood, y'all. I will leave that right there. I want y'all to just think about that because I don't want nobody thinking, oh, he just hating on Tupac. I love Tupac, but Tupac ain't real. I'm just saying, Tupac ain't real to me. I'm sorry. It is what it is. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, hold on, y'all.
That's why they call him the doctor. The mask gon' drop him. If 50 ain't rock.
I don't see no blood. Let me know. No holes. They claim that there is supposed to be a hole right there. You know what I'm saying? Just one hole. One coochie. Just right there on the doorknob. But we're going to get into that. All right?
Breathe the same air as me. Niggas bleed just like us.
Picture me being shook. Niggas being scared of a nigga that breathes the same air as me. Niggas bleed just like us.
Picture me being shook. We can both
make the motherfucking beef cook.
Bleed just like us.
Picture me there hiding the life in that man's hand while he just decides.
Bleed just like us. I'd rather go toe to toe
with all of y'all wondering in my protocol. What y'all know about that? Today's agenda got the Suburban with no blood in it. Nigga, Iceberg. Biggie wish he looked as good as me. Now see, all he did was line up where the bullet hole should be according to the door. You feel me? Now, is this a bulletproof car? I don't know. So how was he shot 4 times if all shots went through the door? And like I said, who the fuck pulls up to a car and just busts at the door? Anyway.
It took like 6-7 doors to get him out the car. And when we got him out the car, he wasn't bleeding.
When we got him out the car, he wasn't bleeding. Biggie was every bit of damn near 400 pounds. Trust me, I'm 327. Fat does not mean shit. You catch a bullet, you're gonna bleed. You get cut, you're gonna bleed. You get a paper cut in your fucking side love handle, you're gonna bleed. Real talk. Just because you fat don't mean shit. So I remember motherfucker was saying, man, he's so big, he probably can get shot and survive those bullets. I said, what the fuck? Do you understand that bullets travel at a certain speed that they will impact and go through fat and come out the other side? I know there was a story I read, a 300-pound nigga got hit 5 times, and all the bullets went through, in and out. Bleed even more. Yeah. Your chance of survival is better with the less weight. More weight is easy because the bullet could travel. That's why the bullet ended up, according to what they say, the bullet hit him in his side and went all the way down to his nuts. That's how much the bullet traveled. People gotta understand that hot bullets go inside the wound, and bullets can travel because the hot temperature of the bullet can move amongst flesh and organs, because hot shit just runs. The temperature causes it to go. I thought it was simple. Fucking, you got a bullet in your spine. You got a bullet still in me. Hey, damn, you like my brother there. You got a bullet in the spine, huh? Damn, that's crazy.
We got him off the car. Wasn't bleeding.
Yeah, the orange thing was the damn seatbelt buckle, bro. Yeah, I just caught it. Hold on, y'all. Let me get to my part. Okay, let me stop.
Biggie's upper torso has been penetrated by 4 bullets. Despite massive internal damage, he isn't bleeding externally.
You hear that? They want you to believe internal bleeding, right?
190 pounds, Big has extra fat tissue that pushes down on the bullets and traps blood inside the chest wall.
And that's what they want you to believe. But what type of gun was it? Was it a 40, 45, 22? You know what I'm saying? Because trust me, if you get hit with a 4.5, it's a wrap. You can go in and out. You feel me?
Doctors rush Biggie into surgery. He has no vital signs as they attempt to resuscitate him.
Administered fluids, they administered blood, they opened his chest, opened his chest, opened his chest.
Heard that? In this recreation, we see they open his chest so we could see surgery scars in his autopsy photos. Now, this is graphic, so if you want to turn your head, you can do so. Okay, it's not graphic. They didn't cut him. Where the incisions at? I'm just saying, though. No cuts. His hair. He had a short haircut. Like, where the fuck this hair come from? You feel me? You did? What type of game are they playing here? See this? Come on, yo. Come on, yo. Word. 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 Bruh.
Bullets entered from the right side, but
keep in mind, he's on the passenger seat. Bullets enter from the right side, right?
3 of them penetrated on the left.
3 of them penetrated on the left.
Which would indicate that he probably saw the shooter and tried to lean away from the shooter toward the steering wheel. Fatal shot.
So you hear that? He's supposed to have been leaning away from the shot. Now, let's just say hypothetically, Biggie is let's just say his fucking feet, or I think he had a bad leg, right? He was on crutches, so he had a fucked up leg, right? His leg would not allow him to turn around. Hey, Missy, what's going on? You ain't got to sit in the bushes? Hey, how you doing? Hey, you hiding them up. Look, so how did he take his right leg and flip over and get hit in the left side and all that shit you seen, no blood. Even when they rushed to the hospital, they want us to believe that not one drop of blood came out of him.
Entered the right side of the body after it exited through the diaphragm.
Now he said exit. Exit where? Remember, there was no blood in the car. And they said all the bullets was internal bleeding, not external. You see that? Now, who is this if that's supposed to be him? What? Come on, yo. No damage. He's just lying on the table. What if he's getting ready for a procedure? More on that later. Right. Now, all I'm saying is when you see this, this is proof that you, like, this is stuff that they gave you. It ain't like he trying to pull a trick. It's not a mystical illusion. This is not hypnotism. None of that. You know what I'm saying? It's right in your face that if this is what they want you to believe is him laying on the table. No blood, no wound, no nothing. One picture got a bald fade. One picture he got a fucking bush ass afro. What the fuck? Somebody said that's Rick Ross. Hey, but what if it is? What if Rick Ross is really? How old would Biggie be today? 46, 46? And remember, Jay-Z said Rick Ross is the Biggie of the South. Huh. Anyway, let me stop.
Just looking at it and it's not even to enjoy it.
I'm gonna say it's Bree over there for shopping. Real Bank, you are late to the party. We finna do last call for alcohol, buddy. You are very far behind.
I have to say it. I have to. Do what?
Cry. Come on now.
I want to.
Come on now.
I have to.
Cry.
I have to.
Quit that sniffering shit. Cry. It's your son. Come on, man. Come on now. This is Teresa right here, y'all. This is another Teresa, y'all. And niggas had a nerve to get mad, like, yeah, you gonna blame the mom. Look at this. No tears. Hey, Chris, there'll be no tears in the end. I wanted to do that talking about Teresa one day, and I was like, I ain't gonna piss nobody off. But when I look back on it, I sure should have did that damn video I did when I played when I played the live feed from the 6, when they was like, when I get rich, I'm gonna show you how much I love you. And I was gonna take a part where she was like, my child, and whatever. And I was gonna be like, there'll be no tears in it, and I ain't want to piss nobody off. So I was trying to be like mild with the bullshit. Cause anyway.
I
have to. Now at this point, come on, man. I think he died like after a week. I'd have been like, pfft. Anyway.
Rap star has come to a violent end. Rapper Biggie Smalls was shot to death in Los Angeles early this morning while leaving a party. His death.
He was born in 73, 74, right? I don't know. I'm gonna figure that out. I think he'd be 46.
It's almost exactly.
Bro, what if Rick Ross is Biggie? What if Rick Ross is Biggie? Rick Ross is what, 41? It's only a 5-year window, right? I call the charge. You call the charge. Was it real hard? Anyway.
6 months to the day that another rapper, Tupac Shakur, was fatally shot in Las Vegas. Bill Smith is live now from our sister station KTLA in Los Angeles with the latest on the story. Bill?
He was here inside.
Biggie faked his death and became a correctional officer. And then Williams, shut up, nigga. Williams Brown? What's his name? I know it's Williams. Something Williams, I forgot.
The Peterson Auto Museum.
Supposedly, he was leaving the Peterson Museum, folks, right there. See the red? This is where it was. It was located at Wilshire and Fairfax. And
keep in mind, he got on, I think it was a velvet. Is that velvet? He had velvet on, bro. That shit was fly though. Yeah, he got hit, bro. This nigga, yeah. I can't help it. I'm trying not to say it, but Julio pissed me off and made me say it.
Address for the Peterson Museum was 6,
it was all a dream.
That's right, folks. 6. And then anyway, so look at the surrounding streets, folks. Look, you got the 6 right there. It's the very next street up. So you got the 666 right there. And then you got the orange right there, the orange street. And then you got the orange grove this way. It's unbelievable. You've got the Delville. Can you believe this name, the Delville? It's unbelievable, just like devil. And like I told you, wherever there's a sacrifice, you know you're going to have the Christ. And wherever there's a lamb, there's going to be a Christ, folks. That's right. His name was Christopher Wallace. So it's Christ and the lamb. And they sacrificed him near the devil. You get that? The 666.
Now, my honest opinion, I think he kind of reached him, but he got a kind of a weak point, but it's kind of okay at the same time.
What does 666 mean? God named the beast 666 as a symbol of its defining attributes. The mark of the beast symbolically identifies those who let the political system rule their lives. Those with the mark of the beast place themselves in opposition to God.
Be what you want. Sky's the limit, and you know that you keep on, just keep on pressing on. Sky's the limit, and you know that you keep what you want. Be what you want.
They're gonna give me copyrighted infringement, bro. I'm telling you. I hope they don't.
I was trying to figure his way to get him to the hospital.
I was talking to him, but I wasn't hearing anything. He wasn't saying anything.
Listen, some people should have came forward and beg people just want to just say, listen, I'm gonna leave this shit alone. You know, that's their own choice. I'm gonna eat, man. You know what I'm saying? That's their own choice. I'm gonna eat, man.
That's their
own choice. I'm gonna eat, man.
Yep. The hidden eye.
What everybody perceived him to be. He has to portray an image of the tough image. Contrary to what he writes about, Christmas missed us. We used to live in a one-room shack. Christmas never missed us, let me put it this way. He was wearing polo shirts when no one else knew what polo was again.
And I'm mad as fuck, bro, because I ain't wear no polo in high school. And this nigga was talking about Christmas missed us. Nigga, Christmas missed me for real. I ain't had no. What was it called? Oshkosh? Kosh? Yeah, I remember that shit cost. At best, we had with British Knights, Cross Color, Damaged, Boss, Guess, Used, Stonewashed with the overall set where you had the buckle, nigga, the overall short set, nigga. The jogging suit shits, niggas just started. Yeah, the one strap hanging there. Sometimes you let both of them hang out. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, this nigga wore polo talking about Christmas, missed us. Fuck out of here, bro. Nigga, you wearing polo and shit, bro. Nigga, mad as hell, bro. Just don't kill Mace. Oh, I'm gonna talk about Mace before I go. I'm gonna get that nigga because he talking too much, and I'll be like, nigga, y'all just forgot. Y'all forgot about the nigga that was in the Range Rover with the boy? Like, we just gonna forget this shit? Like, how is this nigga sneaking back in the industry? How is this possible that he was able to even diss Cameron and get caught in the Range Rover with the boy? Like Pimp C said. Because y'all know who got caught in the Range Rover with the boy?
To portray an image out there.
Not to mention, Mr. C, Biggie DJ got caught in the Range Rover with the boy twice. They some booty bandit. Look, Mr. C got caught with the boy twice. Nigga, you a two-time faggot ass. Nigga, you a two-time faggot ass suspect, nigga. Nigga, how are you a two-time booty bandit offender? How is this possible? Nigga, okay, look. It's just like watching How to Catch a Predator. You know, the motherfuckers be on there like, okay, yeah, you got caught up, bro. You thought the chick was gonna be on the low. You thought she was gonna hit that pussy, and she 15. But okay, I promise I won't tell anybody. If you just keep it going, okay, yeah, you can go. You're free to go. Next thing you know, when they hit that door, freeze it on the ground. But then you do this shit twice. You get caught up a second time. You end up on season 2 and you on season 6. How is this possible? You got caught twice. Here come Mace. Yeah, I caught in the Range Rover with the boy. We just forgot. Yeah, whatever. I ain't forgot, Mace. Ran talking all that talk. Fuck out of here. So we see no signs of damage. What if he really just preparing for a procedure? P. Diddy hinted towards surgery in the music video, Notorious. Although you may think it's an innocent video, I believe it's a deeper meaning behind it. My theory. Makes me sparkling and grabbing the Bible.
What about me? What about us? What about you? What about me? What about you? What about me? What about us? What about you? What about me? What about you? What about me? What about us?
Notorious B.I.G.'s second album is due in stores on March 25th. It's titled Life After Death, Till Death Do Us Part.
It's titled Life After Death, Till Death Do Us Part. Saw me in the truck, 3 1/4, slaughter, electrical tape around.
God damn, bro. Let's see. Now we gonna do one more video. Booty buzz. Oh man. All right, it's a 6-minute video. We'll get to the Emmett Till thing. I'm gonna roll with that. And I'm gonna open the panel and see who's gonna talk about these issues here. Once again, special shout out to Tupac Hoax Revealed. Very dope channel. He did a lot of research. And it's not even complicated. This is the issue of this, who was willing to go back and actually say, I wonder, and then just follow the trail and just really analyze things. And don't Photoshop and don't do none of that fake shit. Just really give it to people honestly. I mean, honest information, you know? Yeah, you saw it, huh? Fake crying. They go Buster. Look at old Buster. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find something. I want to show y'all something. Can I find a video where he said this line? Busta Rhymes, Biggie. Oh man, that's why I hate like not having like records of shit. You know what I'm saying? I really want to find that fucking video where he was like, I ain't getting into hip hop to die for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That ain't how Biggie's supposed to go out. He's supposed to be dying for hip hop. He was like, I got kids. I die for them. You know what I'm saying? Which was a real statement, but look at this nigga. Look at this nigga. Flavor in your ear. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this was dope. He picked the perfect song to play this shit in the breakdown. Look at that. Okay, if I do the mannerism, I'm gonna do a little bit of it. I ain't gonna do a lot of it. Cause that's a long video. And I didn't want to be really too long. I'm already too long on this shit already, but Mary J. Blige. Look at Lil' Kim. That was Lil' Kim was sexy. Why you do this to Lil' Kim? Why did you do this to yourself? You was so pretty back then. With your fake ass. I'm crying. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Mistakes. I know I made. I'm sorry, I've seen this shit before, so it's hilarious to me. It is. I'm sorry. I don't want y'all to be like, damn, this nigga fucking low down. I don't give a fuck. This is fake. Look at it. But we're gonna get too deep into it. Let's keep going. Y'all see the casket. Let's roll. Also, while we looking at caskets, right? Y'all do know that there's two different caskets in the Kanika funeral, correct? We are aware of this, right? We do know that the casket they pulled out of the truck of the hearse is not the same casket in the church. Y'all are aware of this, right? Yes or no? Just thought I'd make y'all. I just thought I'd make that note.
You've made mistakes too.
Literally in all the pictures, more emotions than Valletta. Notice they're taking pictures of Lil' Kim, but not his family members. After all, she's the actress. Let's look at the stage Hollywood production inside. Baby, baby. I'm just a ballad. But I can't stop trying. I can't give up. Yeah, I just want to let y'all know it's Bad Boy for life, baby. In about 20 years, I'm gonna be like number 10 in like hip hop moguls, and I'm gonna be like one of the richest hip hop moguls. I'm gonna be like a billionaire in 2020 and shit. I'm gonna have me some Ciroc, some liquor. Yeah, and I'm just gonna be the shit. I'm gonna have me my whole Sean John line. I'm gonna sell me some suits. And so just let y'all know how this shit going down. I told y'all it's Bad Boy until the year 3000, bitches. Take that. Let's go. I mean, I did tell y'all Biggie lives on forever. I mean, this nigga ain't in the casket. Okay, my bad. I ain't supposed to say it. Okay, my bad. Whisper, I still love you until the day. Ain't it lovely one? The Booty Gang president. Is that DMX? What the fuck you doing out there? Is that DMX? The fuck? I know faces, bro. Is that DMX? What you doing that Biggie friend? What you want to eat? Okay, I'm bullshit. That look like DMX though. Casket. Who's in this casket they put in the artist? See? See that? Take a look. This is Kanika Jenkins right here. Not saying that's per se her literally, but peep game. See it? All right. Y'all following me? Like Professor Grimm. You follow me? All right, let's go. See that? And and listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to really ask yourself. I look at the size of these hands. Take a look. Just be honest. Let's just say this is the only picture you got. Disregard the white picture. Just disregard that. Don't even talk about this. Fuck it. Let's talk about this one picture right here. Do y'all really believe Biggie's in that casket? Don't say nothing about. Matter of fact, let me help y'all out. Don't even talk about that. Just right here. Do y'all believe Biggie's in that casket? Kenny, stop trolling me. That's my son trolling me. Jalen, don't let me block you. Kenny, not right now. Do y'all believe there's a Biggie in that casket? My son is playing with that name, saying I'm ugly, but he got a gay NFL player as a name. Not right now, Kenny. Hell, he's too small. So what they saying is, We're gonna keep the real one in here, and we're gonna take the prop, and we're gonna ride him around New York. Weird, isn't it? This Kanika jig is all over again. All right, let's go. Now, Biggie was bigger than me. I'm bigger than Marvel. Biggie was bigger than me. See that? Yeah. Notice the material covering the bottom half of his face, maybe to hide the fact that it's not his real body. And Kenneth, let him out. It's 9 o'clock. 9/11. Ain't that something? Y'all see it? 9/11. Spooky. Anyway, so look, check this out. What if they do this thing where there's a cremation? Because remember that she's supposed to have his ashes and cremated them, right? All right, let's say that. But what if they have a prop for a body and it's not really his body? But if they do things like that, hold up. Hey, get busy. Let's go. Boy got some food in there. He was like, oh, go get that. Anyway, so what if they had a fake body? If they had a fake body, if they're doing things like that, if they are, you got to question everything. You got to literally question everything. I know what you say about the purple thing. Yeah. He's in there 2-seater and one in the front, one of them in the last video. So here we go. All right, this is Biggie's casket. This is the similar casket. So pretty much it's supposed to be that color. However, always ask yourself, why is that so grainy? Why are these pictures grainy? I like purple. Purple is a king's color. It don't have to be a Masonic thing. Purple is a green color. I like purple. Oh, no, stop. We can't say it's filmed on different days because we can flavor Flay. We can't flavor Flay in the same outfit. So why did they take the empty casket for the last ride? Yeah, why they do that? How can they fake a funeral of this magnitude? The same way they made Tupac's autopsy photo seem legitimate, despite it not being him in the photo. Through Hollywood theatrics, disseminating crisis actors and show business photographers to take stage photographs, contrive media stories heavily, and the footage payoffs falsified news reports. Yeah, I ain't like purple that day. That pissed me off. I don't like purple hearts. Give me some purple clothes. Give me a purple shirt. I had a purple polo. I lost it. People attend the funeral know that it's fake, but have a performance that they must abide by. It's no different than an actor in a movie filming a scene in which he attends to death of one of their film characters. I'm sorry. The actor knows that the funeral is fake, but he is under contract and being paid to properly execute his role with persuasion. Thus, he must act as though it is real. Uh-oh. Duality. Uh-oh. Notorious Big, you may come out now. Is that Biggie? Who's Biggie? Is he trying to say Biggie's at this table? Let's go back. Oh, this is the night. I didn't even see Biggie sitting over there. It was so fucking fast. Yeah, that's the night, right? He can't come out now, not yet. And then he gonna use the Biggie front cover with the album, but with the album cover. That's crazy. Anyway, so let me go get this Emmett Till thing. Give me a second, y'all. The Bombay Chin Dance. All right. And back to the screen share. All right. I'm gonna chat back over here. All right, so I talked about this on Lamar Brand's TV's platform about the Emmett Till video. Most people have not seen it. For those that don't know, Emmett Till is a young kid. I think he was 14. That was murdered by two white guys because he allegedly whistled at a woman, and the husband of that woman and his friend both killed him, murdered him, castrated him, beat him very bad, tied a cotton gin to him, and threw him in the ocean. Not an ocean, I think it was a lake. And they found him later, and allegedly that's what happened. And I'm saying allegedly because now we got information that the last woman that was alive came out last year and said that no, that's not what happened, and that's not why. I'll paraphrase it here, but I know she did say the whistle thing was a lie. That's not what happened. Okay? Now, if that's not what happened, you have to ask yourself, what was the reason they killed them? Of course, she won't tell you the reason. Because she wants to write in a book. So she want to get paid. Get paid, get paid. So I don't blame her. But in this tragic event, I'm pissed that she wants to get paid because good old Huggie Pacino has been holding on to that information before she spilled the beans. And I don't know what it was. When I put that video up, and nobody gave a fuck. Because I was a small voice with just, at the time, 7,000 subscribers. I was nobody. See, I tell people all the time, let's make this clear. A lot of people are like, oh, you do this, you connected with this one. Now, I've been doing this research shit for years on YouTube. I've been involved. I've done Sandy Hook videos. I was the one that exposed the King's video, his predictive programming to the church shooting in Charleston, South Carolina. Things of that nature. I've been doing this. So I don't need nobody telling me about I'm connected and this and that. And I stand alone. Ain't nobody, and I mean nobody, help me build my shit off the back of nobody. Like ain't nobody could tell you, hey, I help Huggie's channel. I help push his narratives. Nope, not me. I've been doing this. And this information is groundbreaking. So I want to make sure that people get the full understanding of it as a premise that in this particular video you see, if you have not seen it, let's bring this down a little bit. If you have not seen this, you're missing out on the actual possible reason of why he was murdered. We don't get into that. Also, we have the metadata. We have the proof. We have the quote unquote receipts. Real receipts, not no bullshit. Let's go. My volume up. My mic sounds nice. Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Make sure it's up loud enough. Let's put that right there. Are we sharing? Yeah, we are sharing. There we go. Now, it says right before Carolyn Brian Dawn's confession of the story being made up, I presented this information back in early 2017. The audio is pre-recorded from November 2016, as in the words of Kate 5150. I have the metadata. Kate, I don't have no beef with you. This is old. It was around that time, so I had to crack on you at the moment.
So the those that also want documentation or what they call metadata, I guess is what you call.
See, at my phone, I recorded this conversation. There's multiple recordings. As you can see here, let's blow it up. It says November the 13th, 12:13 a.m. All right. Now that we got that out the way, I played audio to make sure people know that it was pre-recorded. So I've had that information. I just held it. And when I presented it, I didn't know how to present it, but I just gave it to them and just let people figure out what they wanted. Now, shout out to Tommy Sotomayor because he shared the information and put it on a bigger scale. And I think he's lost that channel, but this information would have never gotten as much attention as it did if it wasn't for him. Because at the time, I think the most views I got on was like 600 at the time, or maybe 700. But it was like a couple of people calling me crazy. I had a bunch of dislikes, like, "Oh, you're a coon and you ignorant, and how you gonna just have this dude tell a story? Who the fuck is he?" And then the woman tells you that it's not what happened. So now, if that's not what happened, you know what you got to ask yourself? Every single documentary you saw, their family, everybody is questionable now. And remember, we just watched that even moms, even people, family, friends can pull off the unthinkable. Now, I'm not saying that Emmett Till wasn't killed. I am saying this. If he was killed, this might was the reason.
I call that proof of record. As you can see, it says right there, the one that's got this right here moving. This is from my app that I use to record. November the 13th, 2016, like I said, and we press play on the clock. That's what this is. Say, well, somehow, somewhere. All right. You can't change the dates of these. These are official dates, as you can see here. These are multiple dates of random things that I record.
I know y'all want to know, like, what is all these recordings? Man, if y'all only knew. Anyway.
All the way back to September. And that's one of them, okay? So I wanted to document this so to prove that this recording is not new. This is old. So I might have been the one to break this information being false to begin with. All right, I'm out. My name is Huggie Pacino.
Now we're gonna skip over all this because I want to get right to it. Because y'all can read. And I went into the Emmett Till story. Note, the views in this audio are not proven to be 100% true. This is presented for public opinion. This recording was done on November 13, 2016. Eyewitnesses shall remain unknown. Let's go.
MTs at the time. New York City. My mama house, my dad had told them I had got married. They told me I was lying. Showed them I'm married like, I'm like, I come make some money. I'll be back next week. I'm gone 3 weeks. We didn't have no cell phone until like then, man. Yeah.
I know. What year would that be?
Huh?
What year would that be?
67, 1967. Wasn't no cell phone ever.
Everybody didn't have a telephone.
Everybody didn't even have a telephone.
Yeah, we had a telephone with rotary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
and so I told my mom and dad what I was trying to do. Daddy said, son, I respect. Bring your woman you brought her away. Then I got back. I rented a house from J.D. Moore. J.D. Moore's house for a year. Went to with some guys that I knew were playing in different bands, man. We hooked up, and reorganized, and they went to Wisconsin, found some jobs and things, and then they invited me to come. I went up there and went to work for L. Smith, where all of them were. We'd leave and come back and we got ready. And that's why I retired from A.O. Smith in Milwaukee, hauling frames and things and cars. They used to make the car frames in Wisconsin. Transformed to Detroit and down where Detroit, Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. Chrysler was on there, then Quebec, Canada. So
which is all like a trifecta, like
we had
Canada.
To do that. We decided to stop playing.
I got a question. Back then, did you need a passport to go to Canada?
Mm-hmm.
You did?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I didn't know.
Yes, sir. You wouldn't think to go across that border without a transport.
How many niggas got into some bullshit like robbers and they try to go across that border?
Most of the white boys, they man, me was scared we got it. I'm white for it. Man, see, it was so many prejudices back in them days. Man. You could get by Chicago, Minnesota.
Speaking of Chicago, you know the thing I learned about Emmett Till? It's an important detail that nobody talks about, right? Is that I'm not saying that I'm making an excuse for what happened to him.
Right.
But what happened to him, did you know it could have been prevented if somebody told him?
No, he couldn't have. Emmett used to work for the same folk on the same plantation. What happened there? We were working for the hauling groceries for the same grocery store. They had bicycle go up to the grocery store. O'Malley and Bryant, they were the one that killed him, okay? Go to the grocery store. O'Malley would tell Emmett gonna go and buy. Matter of fact, tractors wasn't even in existence then. He went and bought and get some parts up in Greenwood. His old wife told Emmett, she made Emmett get on. They was going on the meat block, man. They used to have a block thing. Big old round tree stump sitting in the middle of the floor called a chopping block. Yeah. She get on that block and she tell me, you go outside and clean that area over there and cut those bushes right there. I go out back to the other side, boy. Emmett be ran out, boy. She be going in her.
So it ain't nothing neat, you know. Okay, so it wasn't like they trying to make the same.
No.
He already.
Now keep in mind, when I'm hearing this, I'm thrown off like, I just met this dude. This is the second time I met this guy. And I was in this account where we did security. So we would sit in our vehicles to watch this building they was doing construction on. And I would come early because I had a second job while I was patrolling the mall. So when I got off I did a 4 to 9 and I did like a 1 to 9. So that's why I'm there at 12 o'clock because I'm early. And as you notice, when he was about to go, it was like 1 o'clock. So we had a long conversation. I don't want everybody to know what the fuck we talking about. We're going to tell who you talking about. So what it was is this was the second day. We had a conversation and I'll throw it off when I'm listening to this because I can't believe what I'm hearing. At the same time, I can't believe it like I'm shocked, but at the same time, I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. Because that's what I'm listening to, like, nah, he ain't having sex with he ain't had no sex with that woman. And I couldn't believe that. And then it took for me to put it out and just say, hey, I had to let people know this is somebody's opinion that claimed to have been there. And actually worked with him and was with Emmett. You know what I mean? So okay.
She was making him screw her.
Exactly.
Unknown to her.
Which is what I teach people, dog, is like in most cases you got where black men are the sole desire in situations like that. I mean, want them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Want us. You know what I'm saying?
It never been but 2 free people in the whole world. There was a white man and a black woman.
Okay, that's fact. Yeah. But look, I was saying that slavery, I said even in slave times, even if the women got raped and they went through their little situation.
They didn't get raped. They was
So in most cases, even when you see how the psychological thing that does to them is that they see a man with power. This is why they desire to be like white women, because they want white men to be desire them.
Our culture is custom is we are strong. A black man is a strong, desirable man. You know, he's built different from a white man. Okay, there's no comparison to the build up until the white man found out in the latter years, in the early, well, I would say in the late 80s and the early 90s. The white man found out how to build his body so he could look like something. If you think about it, was a black man.
Yeah, damn, couldn't have been a white man. Like, if you really look at the car, yeah.
So now, what was happening then when she told my wife what she was doing, then she messed around and started having sex with him.
Now, what happened was the woman told Bryant. So she ended up having sex with Bryant because Bryant felt like, hey, she'd keep her mouth closed if I know the information. Technically, no, the girl was 19, Emmett was 14. In those days, 14 and 19 wasn't a real big difference in that era. In the 60s and the 70s, that was a normal thing, especially in the South. That's why even if the story was true up north, you whistling at a woman, that was a way of saying you was attracted to her. It was like a howling call or whatever. So up north, you was able to get away with it because the boy is originally from Chicago. He's not from Mississippi. That's why the original story, I was trying to get a point to him saying that it could have been prevented if they taught him that down here, you can't do certain things. It's kind of like, no matter what people say, if I come to Chicago, if I'm turning my hat to a certain direction and I get caught in a neighborhood, they're going to approach me. They're going to say, hey, what you doing? Like if let's say, for example, let's say I'm in, if I'm in Inglewood, right? And I know it's GD's in Inglewood, right? Or BD's or whatever. If I'm cocked a certain way with my hat tilted, you know what I'm saying? They're going to ask me like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So what you have to do is they have certain rules, kind of like in California. It's certain, like in LA. If I got red shoestrings in my shoes, and I'm in Long Beach, for example, ain't no bloods out there, they're going to be like, bro, what you doing? Where you from? You see what I'm saying? So yeah, this is the situation. Let's continue.
Then when the other one found out that she was doing it, and they got mad, okay? True fact, they argued over the situation, okay?
All right.
And
now keep in mind, this makes sense, and I'm glad Teresa said it because she read my mind. It makes sense because if you think about it, if he whistled at the girl, why did it take them 2 days to come get him? Now, she never warned him. She warned him after the fact when she found out. And then she told him, no, you can't. She never warned him not to from day one. You see what I'm saying? So the thing was, it took them 2 days to get him. But why did it take 48 hours to come get him? Well, this is a process. Now, him being killed, I believe that. But the way and why, because think about it. If he cut his penis off, why would you cut his penis off? You see what I'm saying? And keep in mind, the girl was 19. She was young. I think if I'm correct, 21. at the most. I think she was 19. But, 14, you was considered an adult. Like he said, they were working at 14. You had jobs at 14. You know what I'm saying? You made money at 14, even though you were, because remember, I don't want to go too deep into it, but, it was normal back then.
When Marlon got hooked to what was going on, he had another black man. I think the man's name was Tommy. Because we were sharecroppers, okay? We sharecropped on his plantation, meaning that we was working his farm, but live in his house, and we were scrubbing our living for his effort of giving us some work to do, okay? Right. So Mr. Tommy went to Emmett's granddaddy's house. He the one carried the white folk for the white folk to kill. Okay.
And this was after he found out he fucked his wife, right?
Right.
Okay.
After he fucked they wife.
They wife, yeah. So this had nothing to do with the whistle.
Huh?
This had nothing to do with the whistle.
That's what they accused him of. Instead of saying he screwed them or they were making him screw them, they couldn't tell the truth. Okay, the truth was
because the truth would have been a real fucked up reason.
Back then, you couldn't.
But then that's kind of you
couldn't whistle at people.
But it's worse to just say you killed them over a whistle. It'd be better if you said you fucked your wife.
Listen, man. They weren't worried about that. Okay, all they wanted to do was.
Now what I'm saying is saying that he whistled is kind of a even silly reason. It makes more sense to say
everything that people do as far as that is concerned. Yeah. But my problem is when they went and got that man and told him to go down there and get in and bring him back up there to where he was, he knew, he had to know. My dad used to talk about that all the time. Mr. Tommy had to know that them folks was gonna kill it. He had to know.
Yeah,
keep in mind, remember, somebody had to go get him because they didn't know where he was. Remember, they had to go get him, but they had to make it to where they could get away to where they can get him out. Because remember, they said they came to the house, but they didn't come alone. You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing. And it didn't happen the same day because trust me, if he whistled that day, he was supposed to have been killed that night. You see what I'm saying? That's why it took 2 days because it was a process. Stuff had been going on. It might have been longer than that. We just only heard 2 days whistle. That's what they telling us. But remember, the woman already admitted that's not what happened. And remember, she the only survivor that was there. But so was this man I'm talking to too. And I really believe that story he told me.
You went and got him, killed him.
And Tommy was what, black or white?
He black.
Damn.
Okay.
Sent out.
Now,
that's what they call it. What they call it.
And that's the same way. I don't care who you look at. You look at Mac X. You can look at Margaret Atwood. You can look at Martin Luther King. I don't care who you look at. A black man was the cause of the white man to kill the black man. Think about it.
They said what when they said about Malcolm, they was like, oh well, the CIA. I said, well, somehow, some way, the white man plays the
white man played the middleman. The white man out.
So it's rare that a dude just say, okay, I'm gonna be the black man, just actually go do it, or the white man just actually go do it.
Think about today's time. Okay, how many airplanes can a poor nigga like us buy? Okay, now who's flying the dope from Mexico and Colombia?
White people. Right. You ever seen Cocaine Cowboys? The documentary? You ever seen that? Yeah. And who them people were that was moving the dope from the Port of Miami?
But then when you look at it, they gonna tell you it's Mexican. They gonna tell you that it's the Arabian. They gonna name everybody else. The white man ain't gonna put him in there nowhere.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, because I say it's bigger than the government. It's kind of like when I listen to this story, how they just said, man, we could just bring in just 100 bricks a day. I'll be like, really? And it was like
when you think about it, it's like we just gonna open the jar and just say y'all can have all the cookies.
Right.
Then y'all expand the city because look at what Miami has turned into. Look how beautiful it looks. Well, that's drug money built that whole city.
That whole city. Sure.
I got so one question about Emmett Till situation. Did his mama know all that?
See, Emmett would come down to Manor City, Mississippi, every summer.
What's Manor City? What's the
city? That's a town in Mississippi.
Okay, Manor City?
Yeah, Manor City, Mississippi. That's 3 highway down in the Delta. It's about 125, 150 miles from here.
Right.
But he would come down and stay with his granddaddy every summer, work in the field. Eat watermelon, man. We used to steal old white man watermelon, man, bush and take the hard. Old white man thought the whole was eating watermelon, man.
Oh, man. Do pigs eat watermelon?
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that.
Yes, sir.
I thought pigs just only eat bullshit.
No, sir, man. Hogs eat corn, watermelon.
I knew they eat corn. I didn't know they ate just crack fruits on them. I didn't know they fuck with fruits.
Man, hogs would destroy a watermelon patch, Doc.
So, like, what do they do? They, like, just chew? What the fuck is
What's that watermelon?
Now I gotta, but we in the internet information age. I gotta look up some pig eating a watermelon. I gotta find that video.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know that exists.
Hogs eat watermelon, what we call slop. Then when you get bones and water and salt, you got to put it all together.
My family grew up in Marianna, Arkansas, country.
Oh,
so
really?
my grandma, mom, and dad said they used to just feed the pig in the summer.
I'm finna go to Marianna. I'm going to Marianna weekend in January. I gotta go there and play at Marianna. I still play, man. I play all over.
What you play?
I play bass and lead guitar. Yes, sir. I'm finna get out of here, Doc. Go home to the old lady.
I see you Monday, right?
Tuesday, man.
Tuesday. All right, the article. All right, that's the article I said that was in the description box. So what I did, I just decided, since I had revamped the video, I actually put the article up where you actually can just see exactly how everything connects. Now, this is the part that people need to understand, that story connects to this story, and then you have the lady saying that it actually wasn't true. Read this to y'all. Widow of Emmett Till killer dies quietly, notoriously. Whatever Juanita Milam knew about the 1955 murders of the Chicago teen may have died with her. All right, as you can see, the publisher of this was Jackson, Mississippi, Clarence Ledger, 431, I'm sorry. February 27, 2014. All right, here we go. This is what I want you to see. The death of the 86-year-old Mississippi woman barely made headlines last week. The brief obituary of Juanita ran in the Biloxi, Mississippi Sunday Sun Herald. But few noticed her passing despite her being the widow of a killer in one of the nation's most notorious crimes, okay? On August 20th, 1955, Emmett Till, a 14-year-old black youth from Chicago, arrived in Money, Mississippi by train along with his cousin, 16-year-old Wheeler Parker Jr. They had accompanied Till's great uncle and Parker's grandfather, Moses Wright, who was returning home to the Mississippi Delta after a brief trip up north. See, what people got to understand is most people from up north, they have different laws up north. In the South, you have certain things such as Jim Crow laws and everything. So a few things were different when you came down here. So the way they handle things up north were slightly different than the southern areas, especially where I'm from. All right, so 4 days later, him and several cousins and a few neighbor kids drove into town to the Bryant Grocery and Meat Market, where 21-year-old Carol Bryant was working behind the counter. Till entered the store and purchased bubblegum. When he left, Carolyn followed him to the door, a northerner, unfamiliar with southern etiquette. All right. He then waved, said goodbye. Key word. See that? Unfamiliar. See that? A northerner, unfamiliar with southern etiquette. Just thought I'd make that clear. Not goodbye, ma'am. and according to the family members, directed a wolf whistle at the young white woman. According to the family members, so they also agreed. Unfamiliar. But remember, they full of shit if the lady said that didn't happen. So this is the smoking gun you heard. Connect the dots. Here we go. She became upset and went toward her car to get a gun. According to trial testimony, Till and his frightened went to the car to get a gun. All right. The companions got in their car, got in their own car, and sped off toward home. Now, what shit back there in that fucking fast to just leave and run away from the fact that she was gonna go get that gun. She was gonna get the gun. She would have killed them that night. But and now see the conflicted thing was that some say 2, some say 3. And why did it have to be 2 a.m.? You feel me? 3 days later? So you mean to tell me they sped off? She went and got the gun. They didn't get him that night. They got him 3 days later. Really? 3 days later at around 2 a.m., the woman's husband, Roy Bryant, and his half-brother, J.W. Milo, forced their way into the right home, grabbed Till out of the bed at gunpoint, took him away. 3 days later, Till, beaten, swollen, and decomposing body surfaced in the Tallahatchie River and was discovered by a young fisherman. Three. I just caught on to that. 3 days later, they got him. 3 days later, his body was found. I just noticed that. He had been weighed down with 75 pounds of cotton gin fan. I'm going to see what's significance to that number, 75. Why did it have to be 75 pounds? See? All right. Now, I wouldn't read the rest of this. If y'all want to read the rest of the article, you can. But this the key important thing here I want to show y'all. Till says Chicago murder. What's up, Black Human? You are late to the party. You know everything I talked about. So you already up on all of this, so we good. Well, all right, here we go. All right. Milo and Brian were arrested just after the abduction went on, trial for murder. And September 19th, 1955, an all-white jury acquitted them 5 days later. The Till murders remains one of the most brutal in American history, and the trial verdict is considered one of the nation's greatest injustices. 2 women especially intrigued visitors at the trial: Mammy Bradley, the mother of the victim, and Carol Bryant, a former high school beauty queen working at the store. The third woman, 27-year-old Juanita Milo, was a less conspicuous part of the proceedings. She was the wife of J.W. Milo. And as she watched her husband in trial and sat on the stand as one of the characters, key witness, she clearly wanted to be anywhere but in a courtroom. Clark, I guess you say it's this Portis of Memphis Press, Scimitar. I'm assuming, so I hope I said that correct. Said, oh, my bad. I forgot to. I just came back in. So, remember. Let's see. Let's go back. The important part I wanted to catch real quick. But in the courtroom, you said victims. So it says she's a sad-faced woman. All right. Sad face, shocked by the proceedings. See what I'm saying? So she clearly wanted to be anywhere but a courtroom. All right. Now, keep in mind, this is the person that screwed him. This is why she didn't want to be in the courtroom. This is why she was sad. And if we want to be honest, let's just say she had some type of emotional connection to the man, to the boy. You understand? It's starting to make sense now. You see what I'm saying? Let's continue. Clark, I guess you say it's Portis of Memphis Press, Scimitar. I'm assuming, so I hope I said that correct. Said that Juanita appeared shocked by the proceedings, and he described her as a sad-faced woman. She was sad. Now, why would she be sad? Because remember, if she was supposed to be on the husband's side about what happened, and this is supposed to be her husband, if quote unquote nothing like this happened, according to what we heard, a whistle, and the boy was just being killed. Of course, he probably was thinking like, damn, why would it? Yeah, a side piece. Yeah, it's fucked up to say it that way, but she has some type of emotional attachment to that fucking boy. Period.
Like Carol and Juanita, Juanita said next to nothing publicly in 6 decades after the trial. Okay? Whatever secrets Juanita Milam harbored all those years regarding the role of her husband, brother-in-law, and anyone else involved.
Keep in mind, husband, brother-in-law, anyone else involved
will probably never be known. Juanita died quietly on January 14th in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, her home for the last several years, okay? And then it tells you the story of her life. The Till murder would change their lives forever. Less than a month after the verdict, journalist William Bradford Huggie offered to pay the brothers $31.50 for their story, knowing that double jeopardy prevented them from being tried again. They weave a tale of kidnapping and murder, yet they were careful enough to not indict any accomplices. The story, which appeared in January 24th of 1956 issues of Look magazine, contained gross inaccuracy.
Gross inaccuracies. What you think that is? Huh? What you think the gross inaccuracies are? Anyway.
Nevertheless, the article captivated readers all over the nation. So this is the issue. Juanita knew. So what did Juanita know? She was married to J.W. So maybe the story I just played for you on a witness account of a person that actually was there. And there's no 100% fact to that. But you got to wonder, what was those secrets?
Now, as you finish this, pretty much, in my opinion about the whole story, what I really believe is I believe that story. Even as I was being told the story, I wasn't really gathering my thoughts clearly. Once you do the research of what you already know, you will see that Milam, the guy, J.W. Milam, had a wife that you rarely hear about. And in that article, you'll see that she died back in 2014. That particular individual is the woman that had sex with Emmett Till, according to what I believe. So pretty much, I think that's where it started. I think that particular woman told Brian's wife, Caroline, and she also had sex with Emmett too, according to this story. This is my opinion about what I believe to have happened. Both of them men found out about it. They killed Emmett, and the rest is history, and nobody's been convicted of the charge. It's a very brutal murder. I think nobody should ever have to deal with this. And I'm sharing this for the purpose of, I actually meant to share it before what you have now, which hit the fan that she's saying it never even happened, and she lied about it. This particular story is being told not because of that. I was going to share this anyways. Even as a record, I put a teaser of the conversation on my channel, and I was just kind of shocked that all of a sudden it's hit the fan that she lied. Like after that video, not saying it was because of that video, but I just thought it was kind of weird, like ironically. Because before I actually put this information up, I had put a teaser up with a little bit of information about what I had. And that little bit of teaser threw people for a loop, like, what? And then I put the whole thing up, you know what I'm saying? And then about maybe a week or so after that, it come this lady talking about, oh, it's not true. You feel me? So I broke the information, but what else could it be? What other reason could it be? Nothing else. We were talking about this back in November, and then I decided to put it up, but I've been holding on to it for a while. So Yeah, she did lie about the whistle thing, but she should tell the rest of the story if this is true. And being that she's the last one alive, she should. Thank you for watching. Yeah, because I want some of that bread, goddamn. Real talk. Because that man, you owe me some money. You know what I'm saying? For real. But there ain't nobody gonna care. There's a YouTuber named Huggie Pacino put the information out there. He just so happened met a guy at work that grew up with Emmett Till, and he actually told him an interesting story. You know what I'm saying? And there you go. So in the meantime, it's getting late on my floor to shit. I'm gonna go get me something to eat. It's 9:55. This was actually quite longer than I expected, but well detailed. And once again, shout out to Tupac Hoax Revealed. The link will be in the description box for his entire chapter of videos. I recommend y'all to go subscribe to that brother immediately. Go check out. It's so many videos over there. Like, it's so much information where it cuts every corner. It talks about the whole the New York shooting, details of the New York shooting, the rape case. They go into the issue about the girl not being like, listen, the girl from the actual rape case from back then, the girl you see today is not the same chick. Can't be the same chick. And to be perfectly honest, whoever this chick is today, she still look beautiful. She still look young. This girl is obviously not the same girl. Kenny, stop. He's getting on my nerve. He's hungry. I'm finna go get something to eat. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. I will open the panel up. Where that dude that wanted to talk about this Tupac shit, I'll give him an opportunity to talk about 5 or 10 minutes. Where you at?
That's how people know she was saying.
That JJ dude, J23, whatever the fuck your name is. Is he in here? Are you still watching? I got people in the bushes. Come on out and talk to me. You said what now?
I went back to all the way to your chair.
Yeah, he was in there earlier. He was talking about, man, Tupac dead. I'm like, bro, can you prove it? I'm just saying, what you watching is bullshit. I said, yeah, it would be bullshit because you believe he was dead, but you can't prove that. Over here, dude proving that he never was killed. Never even shot the first time. Huh?
When did you go?
I don't even know. You know, when I be live, I have to go look and see when I'm.
You live at 904 because that's the only chat I can see.
Let me see.
It's the only chat you can see. 904.
Yeah, he went back in the bushes. You said what now?
904. It's like the chat started.
No, the chat is not gonna go all the way back. How long have I been live? I should tell you.
Been live 1 minute.
Kanika 2012 Facebook. She looks like she's 6. She looks 16 in 2012, not 12. Oh my God. Do people give up? Like, why are they like? Listen, why are people saying shit that we said 8 months ago? Where's the guy's channel? Let me go get the link. Y'all be tripping, man. These YouTube, bro, these YouTube guys be bugging out.
This dude got on board.
Oh, don't say that. How you know? Why did you say that? Because my mic is on, man.
That's the first came on my like
well, yeah, but he just said some foul stuff earlier.
And look, he keeps saying
foul stuff. Speak quiet. I'm trying to think of the channel. You threw out my concentration. Be quiet. There we go.
Yeah, no video.
No, he actually does. I haven't even watched it. Tupac gets around. I haven't finished it. I haven't seen that video.
I ain't in a real video. I'm talking about like a video.
But I haven't seen the video. I got Tupac CD Resurrection. The titles of the song really make you think. Man, 2000. That's the link to his channel. I'll put it in the description box. Everybody should go check that guy out. Man, don't nobody want to talk. Don't nobody want to come out the bushes talk about this Tupac thing. I think it's funny. I go to other people's chat room. It'd be like 20 people watching. It'd be like the chat be jumping. People just come over here and just watch me. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all give me the views. I'm hoping that you learn from something. And I'm finna go ride, man. So I'm finna go live with that. You know, I ain't gonna ride. I ain't wanna ride with y'all in a minute. You know what I mean? So appreciate y'all for checking in. What's up? One love for Felicia, Green Envy, Be Well Driven, Miss Winston, Teresa, a few other people in here, Missy, Cuban, you know what I'm saying? And oh wait. Oh, Lovely One, you still here? Shout out to Lovely One. I was always like all in chest. I guess the bushes just don't. Well, for the record, this is not the YouTube streets. This is the YouTube suburbs. Over here, we have logical ways of thinking. I don't talk to dummies. Dummies learn from me. And if anything, I want to learn from people who are intelligent because you could teach me something. If that makes sense. So at the end of the day, we checking in and we checking out.